Hello, my fair citizens. My name is Strider Stone. I'm the mayor of Sodium City, and today we have the new town hall, this time featuring Bearded Beer Time. I'm sure you'll see an intro here in a second, but if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, bell notification. We're trying to get up to 1,000 subs so we can monetize the channel. If you are listening, which we do have on every single major podcast platform, make sure to hit that subscribe button on whatever platform you're on. We do these podcasts once per week. If you have any suggestions for anybody who you want to see in the town hall, let me know in the comment section. Stay salty and enjoy the show. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Sodium City Town Hall. I am your mayor of Sodium City. I forgot a word. I will never get one of these intros right, ever. I'm Strider Stone, and I am here with the one and only BBT, Bearded Beer Time. How are you today, sir?
Ooh, I'm fantastic. How are you?
Oh my gosh, your microphone is so crispy.
Ooh.
You know what else is crispy, though?
What's that?
These beers. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
If people don't know, Bearded Beer Time, well, why don't you tell the people what you do? 'Cause people hate when I talk, and you sound crispy.
Okay, well, let me just tell you a little more about myself. My name is Bearded Beer Time, also known as BBT, and I do beer reviews, normally at the beginning of every one of my streams. But then I do an occasional Magic the Gathering, a little bit of just chatting, a little bit of marbles, and every once and again, Strider's favorite game style, a little first-person shooters.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
But you play on controller, right? So you have that aim assist.
Oh, dude, you gotta have it. It's too good not to use it. I mean, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
It's so good. Wrong. It's actually insane if you're playing on like Halo.
In some games, it's definitely too good.
It is. Yeah. I concur.
I don't know about Halo though.
Oh, it's insane. It's like
Which one are you doing? Which Halo are you doing?
Infinite. Well, I rarely play it anymore. It's just the game is kind of dead, which is unfortunate because I thought it was fantastic. But I
thought a lot of people were going to be playing it forever.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's still maybe some competitive aspect to the game, but from a streaming standpoint, the numbers are really crappy.
Really?
Yeah.
Worse than MTG?
Oh, way worse. Yeah, like here's 1,000 people watching. I'm tempted to pull it up right now just to see how many's.
I'm gonna pull it up.
Okay.
Right now. People who are listening to this, they know that I do stupid shit like this. Halo Infinite.
Yeah, it's not good.
2.9K viewers.
Okay, there it is.
On Saturday evening, 7:30 p.m. Pacific.
I mean, you're talking prime time gaming, and if you look at it during the week, oh, you're at about 1K. I mean, it's bad. It's bad, and it got so bad because of there's just crazy amounts of cheating, and I mean, it was real bad. It got real bad because I don't know if they ever implemented an anti-cheat where. I mean, it's just gonna free for all, man, and it's crazy too, man. It's just it's pretty gnarly.
That happened on. It's still happening, as far as I know. What's that battle royale? I think EA made it.
Oh, in Apex?
Tim the Tapman plays.
Oh no, he's playing Warzone.
Yeah, Warzone.
Yeah.
I think it's Warzone. But there's just hackers all over there because they haven't made a Vanguard for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they've tried a couple of different things in Warzone, and they've applied an anti-cheat, but the thing is, it's still not good.
When?
I think the anti-cheat's been out for probably 3 to 4 months, I would say, maybe more. Okay. Maybe more. I'm not sure, but I think they've had like different variations of the anti-cheat, and but it's not good. I mean, there's still tons of cheating. It's crazy.
Yeah, because I think I stopped watching Tim videos probably like 5 months ago. And there were still cheaters all over the place.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty normal for that to be the case. I mean, Apex.
Yeah, and there was just no antivirus.
Yeah, Apex is pretty. It's in a good position right now. So that's like the BR that I've been playing. It's in a really good spot.
So many STDs in FPS games. Everyone just wants that edge, but nobody wants to put in the work anymore.
Oh, it's true. That's true. And there are some people that are just absolutely cracked out of their minds too.
It's ridiculous. Like Tens. I don't know if you know who that is. He's a Valorant player.
No, I mean, I to be honest with you, man, I don't really keep up with Valorant or CS:GO. Those are the skill level's too high for me. It's just too good. You got to be exceptional. And
yeah, those are the Twitch FPSs, not really a battle royale FPS.
Yeah, it's this. That's just that's a different spectrum for me, man. I can't play them. I can't do it. I've tried. I'm
Those
so
people
bad.
Are cracked.
Oh, dude. I mean, I don't see how they like snap to it.
How?
What is that? Like this
How do
is
they
their
stream at the same time?
I got nothing.
That's what I want to know.
I've watched.
How the fuck?
It doesn't make sense.
How is it possible?
No sense.
Like, there's a guy, Wardell, that's really, really cool. I think he's in TSM, which apparently there's a lot of drama going on with them again. But Wardell, he's like a really, really good sniper, and he just sits there and he fucking kills everybody, but he's like talking to chat the whole time. I swear he has chat in like window mode, see-through on his screen as he's sniping.
I mean,
because he's talking to chat and he's fucking around and he just destroys everybody.
He's
crazy. A fucking machine. I'm like, how do you do this?
I don't get it. I can't fathom it. But it's also very much why I'm a controller player, and you know these cats have been on PC, mouse and keys their whole life, and probably have been playing CS:GO for the last 20 years, and then moved over to Valorant. You know, so that they've got a ton of time in the chair when it comes to those types of games. It's the only way that you can get really, really good at those games. I mean, you can be naturally good, but you have to put in a metric shit ton of hours to make that work.
Yeah. When I was doing Counter-Strike a lot, I had to practice against bots for a couple hours every day, just to kind of learn different movements in different spots. A lot of times what you would actually do is you did have to use hacks because there was no real way to practice otherwise. So you'd have to download wall hacks. You wouldn't do aimbot. It was always just wall hacks. So you could find out what walls you could actually shoot through and which ones you couldn't. This was like pre Counter-Strike 1.6. So before Go, before Source, before 1.6. I think we might have done it 1.6, but this was probably like 1.2 and earlier. But you would just have to find out what boxes you can shoot through. Some boxes, it's the same exact model, but you couldn't shoot through it in some maps and you could in other maps. So it was just really weird. But there was also like giant gaping walls that you could shoot through for no reason at all. And you just don't know until you try it. You're like, hey, I can see someone way over there. Let me try it. And you go boom, boom. How the fuck? Because you just know where people camp normally.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, at the beginning of the round, a lot of people hang out here for a little bit. So you're like, okay, where can I get any kind of angle that's at a wall? Maybe I can shoot. So you would just find out, but you would be able to see it because you have wall hacks, right?
Yeah.
And that's just kind of what you needed because that's the only tool we had. We didn't have some crazy spectator mode or anything. That's just how you figured it out.
Yeah, man, that's just so wild to me. Those games are nuts because I used to watch Shroud play quite a bit. And I was just mesmerized.
Too.
I was just mesmerized by his CS:GO content. It's nuts.
Yeah, no, he's stupid. He's stupid good.
But you could.
He's such a good streamer too.
I know, and it pisses me off because it's just like how, and he's naturally good at every game. I mean, he's just a gamer. I mean, he's like it's literally flowing through his veins. He's saturated.
It's crazy
in games. He's just phenomenal.
Yeah, he's just overflowing with skill. Some people are like that.
It's true.
Which is I have a lot of friends like that, which kind of sucks for me.
Man, I've had to work so hard to get good at any game.
I know. And I have to focus on one game. If I try 2 different games, I'm fucked on both of them. I can't do it. I just can't do it. And my friends are like, oh, what's this? And you kind of walk them through it. 2 weeks later, and they're just taking a shit on your chest.
Oh, God.
Like, oh, yeah, I stopped playing that game. I forgot about it. I just,
Yeah, golly. See, my problem is I get too bored with a game now, and I'm like, man, I'm too old for this shit. I would rather play what I want to play. And instead of being like hyper competitive, because there was a stage in my life where I did that. I was hyper competitive in Halo 2 and 3 and Rainbow Six Vegas, and it's like I was super into games, and that was back. You couldn't make a living making playing video games. You just it wasn't there.
Top tier.
Yeah, and even then they made garbage money. We still didn't. I mean, it's not even those.
It depends on the game.
That's true. But at the time, the only game that made money,
Halo and MTG or MLG, at MLG, that was the golden days of making good money.
Yes,
but that was like only Halo.
Yeah, well, and then CS:GO, man, it was like that was still the epitome of the top. Even then, it's like everybody was aspiring.
It was before Go. It was definitely possible. Like Counter-Strike 1.6, you would still make a shit ton of money if you were upper echelon. And then League of Legends. Was League of Legends before Go?
Man, that's a good question. Too? That is a good question, because MOBAs were probably just starting. Well, and you got oh my God, StarCraft, right? StarCraft was a big one.
Yeah, StarCraft. That was StarCraft 2. You make a lot of money from that because Korea dumped a ton of money into esports back in the day.
Yeah,
but you couldn't really be top tier unless you were Korean. The Americas just fucking suck.
Oh, dude, they had no idea. Like the clicks, do you remember when they had that stat of like how many clicks?
APM, actions per minute.
There it is. It is, the APM. It's like
still monitor
everybody in that's American. It was like way down here, and everybody that was in Korea was like off the charts. Like it was double. It was so crazy.
Yeah, but some of them were wasted actions. Or at least that's what a lot of people said. Because if you like select all units and then you click on the map, you can click like 40 times just doing one trail instead of just clicking.
Yeah, just one. Okay, go here.
Or click one to start the trail and then move it to the final destination and go. Psh.
Dude, I was so bad at those games. Exactly. I loved them. I loved StarCraft 2 and Age of the Empires. Loved them. I was dog trash at it. I mean, just terrible shit.
Me too. I was the same way. Did you see the Korean player play with his foot in a tournament?
What?
All right. I guess.
I need more.
I gotta say to this video. All right.
I need more.
It's so good. It's so good.
Like, is it
2 minutes?
It's
2 minutes long.
Is he choosing to do this, or is this like a?
Yes, it was. It's like 17 seconds in, 18, 19, 20 seconds in. He's like, you know what? I don't need my left hand anymore. I'm just gonna use my foot.
Oh, I'm pulling this up right now. I'm pulling it up.
I forgot all about this. The commentators. Was it tasteless? I forgot. Hold on.
This is going to be too good. This is going to be too good.
If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm sure my editor will put the video up somewhere. But if you're listening to it, you're going to have to go to YouTube.
This is I like the title of it. With the next level technique. Dude, he's like, dude, get me out of here. Dude, you're so weak.
He doesn't even.
Oh my God. Could you imagine?
He's stone cold killer face.
Dude, he does this regularly.
This is what I do.
This is his life. He's like, listen, man. Sometimes you just got to pull that left leg right on up out of the bottom there. I mean, you want to talk about a guy that gives no shits about his opponent? Like, imagine being the opponent right now and being like, seeing this after the fact, and dude, I just got my ass whooped by a dude playing with his foot.
The problem is that he won.
Well, I mean, I would hope so.
I mean, you would have to. Yeah, you would have to. If he put his foot on the keyboard but was still using his hand at the same time to like double his APM, that would be fucking next level. But this was just BM as fuck.
Oh my god, just
it was so,
he's just
one
like
of my favorite videos.
He's just stone cold about it too, man.
I know.
What?
And there was one guy that won a StarCraft tournament, and then at the end, he walks out of the booth, he takes off his shirt, he takes off his pants, he still has his boxers on, and just walks into, because they were on like a beach, an ocean playing. He just walks into the water, and it's like 10 o'clock at night. It's like fucking cold. They're like, we were going to interview you. And he just walks
Dude,
into
I'm taking
the
a dip. I'm taking a victory dip right now.
But he didn't even smile. He just like took off his clothes and just.
Dude, I gotta. Hey, man. Sometimes you just gotta.
StarCraft players don't fuck around at all.
No shit's given. No shit's given. Like, I'm gonna take my clothes off, man. I'm just gonna go for a little midnight dip.
Oh,
that's pretty good, man.
that's so ridiculous. I gotta find that one too.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, Firebat Hero. That's what it was. Firebat Hero.
Oh jeez. I'm stoked here. Let me.
Okay.
Waiting.
Oh god, it's such horrible quality.
How long ago was this?
Though. 2008. Like this is old school. Same with the other one. I just said it to you. Oh my god.
Oh, here it is.
So good. He just walks out.
Oh, dude, he throws.
Like, hey.
Did you see it? He throws his headphones. He's like, "Get this shit off me, dude."
Oh no, that wasn't his headphones. That was his like trophy or something.
No.
Yeah, he just his undershirt. Do you want me to take off my shirt?
Dude, he's been planning this. He
Maybe
has to, right? There's no way he's in the moment like this, right?
Yeah, but the dance. I mean, if he planned it, he would have better dance moves, right?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah. Oh, that's actually a fair assessment. Yeah, that's a fair assessment.
He would have maybe something.
What if that's a bet? What if he was like, "Hey, if I win, I'm 100% taking my clothes off, dude, and I'm going for a dip."
He probably won a fuck ton of money for this anyway, so it didn't matter.
Really?
Even if he got fined for it.
Oh, he said, "Let me get these socks out of here."
He's just dancing. Yeah.
That is wild that they did this on the beach.
It's like 10 p.m.
What in the hell, dude?
He splashes the cameras.
Oh my!
And there's people in boats.
Oh my god! He just. Oh my gosh! This
Anybody
is so
listening
good.
to this, we'll have it we'll have the videos in the description.
It's too
Click
good.
on that. Hopefully you still have it, but it'll be in the description regardless. So come back to the audio if you're just listening to it, like on your way to work or something.
Dude,
it's 100% worth it. If you haven't seen, these are legendary esports moments from back in the day. Oh, it's great. He just goes back.
That's high quality, dude. He's
doing?
freezing his ass off right now.
Oh, he's
like,
gotta be.
He's like, dude, let me get these clothes back on. Oh, nope. I'm gonna bypass him. And then what is he getting?
Like,
what is he getting here?
I don't know.
What's
I don't
he
know.
throwing?
Are they shirts? Are they shirts?
He's like, give me some stuff to throw, man. I need to throw some stuff. And this guy's like, here, have a box full of something. Throw these, dude.
Just give a high five. Nobody's forcing him to put on clothes. Nobody cares.
No, yeah.
His teammates are like, slap hands. Dude, if I was on his team, no, I wouldn't. I was like, man, if I was on his team, I would join him. But I was like, no, I wouldn't do that because that would steal his thunder, obviously.
So was this guy like 1v1 in someone or something?
Yeah, StarCraft is always 1v1.
This was StarCraft. Okay, I didn't put that together.
Is he just eating a fudge pop? What is that?
Dude, nobody, and not a single person has addressed him not wearing clothes. Not a single person.
What are the glasses?
Oh yeah, throw them on. The glasses. This is too good. Oh, a little pelvic thrust. He's like a little pelvic thrust to end the night after I eat this fudge bar.
Good. What is that?
I don't know,
it's
man.
Like taffy?
I don't know.
That's
a huge piece of chocolate or something.
It is a thing. The opposing team is like, this is so disrespectful.
I can't believe this is happening right now.
Could you imagine going up against a person that did that? Would you be tilted?
I don't know if I would be tilted or if I couldn't hold my laughter in. I would like to hope that I would not be tilted.
The pelvic thrust.
Oh yeah, I wonder if that was in their direction.
Or the dance.
That should be against something.
Oh
the dancing was pretty.
He should have got
rough.
fined for the dance. That was just atrocious.
The dance should have been better.
Yeah, 100%.
But kudos to that guy for jumping in the cold ass water, stripping down, dude. He didn't even he just stripped it on down. Said, "Let me get in there."
He just didn't care, and he had the crowd cheer for him to take his pants off. That was the balls. He's like, pants?
Yeah, get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Everyone's like, I mean, sure.
Yeah, take them off, dude.
Yeah, I'd be 100%. I'd be like, yeah, absolutely.
Oh man, that's good right there, man. That's an A+ video, man. I gotta get you to send me like just all these funny videos, and I'll be up until wee hours of the night watching these.
I know, dude. You should have made it to Fucked Up Friday yesterday.
Man, I tell you what, it was crazy. Like this whole festival thing that I've gone to with the family the last 2 days. It's been crazy.
Before we get into that, do you want to do the beer review?
Oh, dude, let's do it.
Before it starts getting cold,
yeah, because
now I'm getting thirsty.
Yeah, I concur.
Okay, and then we'll talk about the festival, because festivals are cool. All right, what kind of beer you got? What are you doing?
Okay, I've got a beer, and it's called Pink Guava Funk. And it's got this amazing artwork on it. I'm holding it up right now, and it's a sour ale with pink
sour
guava. Little sour, little 6.3%. Oh, and it's by Prairie Artisan Ales, and they're fan freaking tastic for sours.
Actually,
really, really, really good sours.
That's a bad idea.
They make fantastic sours, and this one is one of my favorites. It's one of my top 3 sours that they make.
Sours are the best. I was going to
pretty damn good.
All right. I was gonna make it to where I didn't have a big shadow on my beer.
Oh, gotcha.
But I forgot that my teleprompter is actually having your camera on it. So it just has that shadow.
That's funny.
It has the because it's a tablet. It's just my tablet being mounted right here.
Okay.
And then it has the mirror right there. But I have a Rogue Honey Kolache. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, man. It'll probably be a little bit sweet, but it'll probably be pretty brown.
See, I don't like beer at all. I like sour beers, but that's literally the only.
So
beer
that's that's your profile for beers. I like sours, and that's it. That's it.
I like sours a lot, and I hate all of the beers.
Oh man. Okay. Well, this one should be sweet. I've never had this beer, and I love Rogue. But those.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
It has ratings on it, on all the Rogue ones.
Okay.
So it has a star, and it has sweet malt roast biscuit, and then bitter. And then this one's primarily sweet.
Yeah.
And then it has a little bit of bitter, a little bit of biscuit, a little bit of malt. I would assume it's sweet because of the honey, which it makes me kind of worried. But
all right, tell me when we're going to crack these open.
All right. 3.
Oh,
2,
shit.
1. Oh, I don't know. It wouldn't even been synced up anyway. Oh, fuck.
Oh, dude, you're not supposed to shake it. You gotta. You shook it up.
I did have to hold it upside down earlier, remember? So
Oh, that's true. That's true. It's actually my fault. 100% my fault. Okay, I take it back. It is. It is true. It is my fault. All right, what do you think?
It tastes like an undercooked chicken, but in a good way.
An undercooked chicken in a good way. I've got to hear how this is good.
I mean,
in a
you're
good
not
way.
going to die from it.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, you got me there. You're not gonna die from it, but it still tastes like it's a little bloody chicken.
Yeah, it's still disgusting.
Oh God. Okay, well, man.
Cheers. Clangety
Cheers.
clangety. Cheers. Cheers, everybody listening. How is yours?
It's fantastic. It is.
Jealous.
It's absolutely fantastic. I chose this beer because it's one of my favorites. That is a sour, because I've got a sour and then I've got a really unique beer as my second one. But this one's really, really good. I mean, it's very sour, but it's not like pucker your entire body sour. So it's just at a nice good, and then the pink guava really comes out, and you've got the fruitiness. It's really good.
Message me what that is, because I might.
Yeah, because I can guarantee you, I will give you a list of 5 sours that is all from Prairie that will blow your damn mind. Promise. I promise you'll love them.
Because there's almost no sour beer. Sour beers are like seasonal here in Arizona for
Interesting.
a month or two, which is super weird. But there is a bar that opened up, I don't know, it's like 20 miles away from me now, that has almost only sours.
Ooh.
It's like a sour bar.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and they have good food there too. I mean, it's not great food, but it's good enough. But their sour beers were really good.
Man, I can't.
I was very impressed.
And sours have been kind of a new thing for me. When I first started drinking like a bunch of craft beer, sours I didn't really enjoy all that much. But over the last 3 years, it's been my go-to.
Let's dig into that.
Ooh, okay.
Why were they not your favorite? Was it because, and I'm gonna say this, and this is all in the past, all right? So you won't get in trouble. It's all in the past.
Got it.
Views can change, all right, people. Did you think it was because it was a quote-unquote woman beer because it didn't have that normal beer bite that men drink the beer, that type of thing?
I understand what you're saying. Yeah. The honest,
just like the fruity alcohol drinks.
Yeah, the honest to God truth, no. It's there were very, very, very few sours that were available. Like sours is kind of a new, not new. There's been a lot of breweries that make sours, but they were always kind of like one or two ofs, and they wouldn't make them very often, and they would always make them
not popular. Maybe.
They're super popular now, but they just weren't then. You know, because craft beer, I would say this is probably longer than that. I would probably say this would, if I'm given like oh my God, I can't talk. About 10 years ago is when I first tried a couple of different sours. a couple of different sours, and I just didn't care for them. I could drink them, but I would just prefer something else.
Yeah.
But they were just so fewer and far between, and they weren't as complex as they are now. It was basically just like, how sour can we make this shit? Can we make it as sour as possible, and we're going to throw it in a bottle, and it's going to be like a warhead in beer. That was kind of like the thing.
I love warheads.
Oh my God, I can't do it.
It's too much. It depends. That's too much like sugar. Depends on how that's made.
But these now, they've brewed them to where they're still sours, but they've got a lot of other flavors in with it, and it's not just how sour can we make this thing. That's why I like them now, I think.
Yeah, I was just looking because I remember I heard something back in the, because you know how your taste evolves and sometimes you just like stuff that you didn't like before, and then you don't like stuff you used to really like. And I remember hearing so many times that it was like every 7 or 10 years that your tastes just change. But I guess that's not accurate. It looks like your taste buds change every 2 weeks or so.
No shit. He's over here Googling this, and he's like, oh, man.
I did Google that.
7 to 10 years? Oh, just kidding. It's 2 weeks.
I know, like 2 weeks.
I don't know.
I was like, I was going to sound all smart. Yeah, they say every 7 years they change your day. Like, nope, every 2 weeks.
Just
I
kidding.
just look like a fucking idiot.
It's 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks. I don't know. I like the same. I've been liking the same shit for my whole life, so I don't know about that.
Yeah. Let us know in the comment section below if you thought it was 2 weeks.
And if somebody said, yeah, I knew that, you're an absolute
you're a fucking liar.
You're a liar.
Or you're a physicist.
Yeah, that's
or
also
biologist,
true. Or
whatever, one of those.
Or a tasteologist. I just made that shit up.
Something
Is
like
that a thing?
Yeah.
What, I don't know. What's a tongue doctor? What's a tongue doctor? Does that actually line up with a dentist? Real quick. Oh man, he's on the Googles now. Tongue doctor. It's got to be ear, nose, and throat, right?
There's ear, nose, and throat specialist.
Okay.
Just ENT, but it's I'm not. No, you're out of your fucking mind if you're gonna have me spell that or pronounce that. Nope.
No, hey, that's just a hard punt right there.
Nope.
Now I'm good. I'm good.
Did you get it?
You sent it to me. Okay, let me look at this.
Yeah.
All right, let me peep this.
Pronounce. Usually you can have
Google do it. I think I can do this. Hold on. Before you have Google do it, let me give it the old college try. Okay, hold on. I gotta like pre-do it in my head.
1, 2, 3, 4. No,
Otolaryngologist. Oh shit. Oh god. Okay, one more time. Otolaryngologist.
Maybe.
Otolaryngologist. Dude, I think that's it. Otolaryngologist. Right. Boom.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
I'm gonna play it. Hold on 1 second. Don't say anything. I have to unmute desktop audio.
Otolaryngologist.
You were nowhere fucking close.
I wish I could have heard it.
You were nowhere close. All right, I'm sending it to you right now. You were nowhere close. All right, it's a boomer link. It's a boomer link for sure.
Oh, that's okay.
Nowhere close.
Hey, at least I gave it a shot, you know? I mean, it's got to be good
exactly
content.
how I would have said it, so...
Otolaryngologist? It's not even close? Okay. Clicking... You just sent me a research paper on how to say this in the link. Hold on. It's not working.
Oh, here. I got a better link.
No, I mean, the link is fine. I'm not getting any audio.
Oh.
Anyway.
Do you have to unmute your desktop stuff?
Oh.
OBS? You'll have to remute it.
Okay.
But.
All right, let me try this. Yeah, dude, it ain't working. Okay, to hell with it.
Okay.
I can't even figure it out. It's good.
I can't send it through my mic.
Boomer brain.
Just know that it's completely different.
Okay, well that's fair.
Hold on. Let me see if I can repeat it. Okay, hold on.
Editor, cut this.
It's
cut some of this.
otolaryngologist.
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 Okay, laryngitis, you know?
Yeah,
Okay.
otolaryngologist. Okay, got it.
Laryngologist.
Yeah, that one threw me for a loop.
Okay, yeah. All right, well. English is hard.
How did we get to this point?
I don't know. Tongue doctor. We're talking tongue.
Taste buds.
Taste buds. That's it. There we go.
Yeah, tongue doctor, taste buds. What was before that?
We were doing some beer
The way
taste.
sours taste?
Yeah, the way
Yeah.
sours, and I didn't like them, and then now I do. And
Yeah, now you do.
I will say this though, is that I do think, you know, like if you've drank you know, like really light beer, and then that's like your intro into beer, you know, you can't go straight into an IPA, like a heavy hoppy IPA. You can't do that. It's kind of like wine.
Yeah, you gotta do a hippity hop.
Yeah, you got to kind of
first.
like progress into that cab sav. You can't just like go full force right in. You know, some people can, but it's pretty rare that happens. And beer's kind of like that.
Vodka like a normal person.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Tell me about the festival. You went to a festival for 2 days?
Yes. I went to this festival, man, and it's like a little small town festival. And anyway, my wife is a teacher, and she teaches at this town that's not really that close to where we're at. And
Is that what teachers do?
well, man, they put up with a lot of shit, man. I don't know how
That's
teachers
fair.
do it. I don't know how they do
That's
it.
fair.
But so we got into this. We got there. So we go to this festival, and it was like Carnival was on Friday, so that's why I missed the stream on Friday, because I would have been here for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's how we got there. I think we got, and then today was the parade. We had this huge, massive parade.
Wait, so what kind of festival? You're just gonna say what
It's
a
a
festival?
Kolache. It's called it's almost 30,000 people in a small town, and it's called the Kolache Festival. Kolache.
It's what kind of festival?
It is a Czech. It's like a Czech, like based festival.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Czechoslovakia?
Oh yeah. There's like there's
in a small town.
There's a small town in Oklahoma,
What?
and it's literally named Prague.
Huh.
And it's spelt just like Prague, but it's actually
I was gonna say, are you pronouncing that?
it's
right?
actually, you know, pronounced Prague, but it is spelled as if it's Prague. But yes, and there was like the founding of the town was Czech. It was a Czech
So is
based.
that like the whole Arkansas and Kansas thing?
What do you mean? Like, is it?
Like how Kansas is in the name Arkansas?
No, I don't know.
It should be Arkansas. but
Oh,
it's Arkansas.
sure. Yes, basically, yes.
It should be Prague, but it's not.
It should be
Because
Prague, but they're like,
America-
hey, we got to change it a
English.
touch. You know, we can't just go straight for
Gotta
it.
change it a touch.
We got to change it a bit, you know. It's
fair.
Oklahoma, man.
Wait, so what do they do at the? I don't think I've never been to a Czech festival.
I mean, there's like a dance that happens in the evening time. There's like they crown king and queen. I mean, it's a big deal. It's not a big deal, but it is a big deal for that community. But then also, it's just it's the biggest parade in Oklahoma, and the town has like 10,000 people in it. I don't even know if it's 10,000. It's like something like that. And on that day, there's over 30,000 people. That they shut the whole town down, and you have food vendors. You have a carnival going. I mean, it's like, and it's some of the best carnival food
awesome.
that you could possibly imagine. Like, it is fan-freaking-tastic. That's why I love to go. And they have a beer garden. You can,
Of course.
yeah, dude. It's just a wild thing. You can walk up and down a lot of the street with beer, because it's not like everything's roped off.
So it's kind of like New Orleans in that sense.
Yeah,
They don't-
yeah. It's
They're not gonna they're not gonna mess you up with public drinking or whatever.
No, not unless you're just belligerent. You got to do that to yourself. It's got to be pretty bad.
True.
It's got to be pretty bad. But yeah, it's a good time, man.
Huh.
It's a good time.
It's been a long ass time since I've been to a festival. It's been a long time.
Yeah. Pretty wild.
So now you're just beat because you've been going.
Oh,
for 2
dude.
days?
I mean, I'm sunburnt to shit. I'm like the back of my neck and like just the outsides of my arms are just they're crispy.
Dude, those are the worst. But it's like anytime you're just outside for an extended period of time, it drains you.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't even matter if you're doing anything. You're just tired after.
Oh, for sure. I'm exhausted.
I
did walk a lot. I probably walked 5-7 miles today and not really meaning to. It just kind of happens. Yeah. I mean, you have to walk.
How do your kids do that?
Oh, dude, they love it. I mean, my kids are 5 and 8, so they've got endless amounts of energy. I mean, it's just like they're balls to the wall all the time, just all the time, no rest.
The kids are adorable.
They are super cute, and also infinite energy, and it's really tiring.
Like, can you calm down? Adderall, please. Adderall.
Absolutely, yeah. I'll do anything.
This is why I drink every night.
And then they don't. Yes, exactly. And they don't sleep. It's the strangest thing. It's like they're these creatures that are just different. I mean, they have endless energy. They don't sleep, and when they do sleep, they're always bugging you. When you wake up, they wake up 15 times during the night. And it's just nonstop, man. I don't know how they do it. Where do they get the energy from? I don't know. It's a great mystery.
I don't know either.
It's a great mystery. Now I know. I understand all this shit that my mom and dad used to say about me. I'm like, I get it now. I freaking get it. I understand.
Were you the same way?
Oh God, I never slept. I mean, I still don't sleep. I think that's why I'm able to do what I'm able to do is because I don't sleep. Like I rarely sleep. Yeah. But I've struggled with insomnia my whole life, so that's not like a big deal. Yeah, there's been a couple of times.
Hereditary?
I think it is. I mean, my dad was kind of the same way, but his was a little bit different. Like his was almost like anxiety based. Mine's not like that. I just literally sometimes I can't go to sleep. But it's been a lot better since I've been working out pretty consistently and going to the gym. That actually helps a lot. But
yeah, for sure.
When I first started going back to the gym, I would get up at like 2 or 3 in the morning and go back to the gym after I went to the gym because I couldn't sleep. Jeez. It was wild, but it helped. I mean, it helps though. But then I'd come home and I would go right to bed and I'd get like 2 or 3 hours and I'd be right as rain.
That's crazy. Yeah, I can't do that anymore. I used to kind of be like that. I remember when I was a kid, I'd go to bed at like midnight, like when I was super young, probably like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right around those ages. I would go to bed at right around midnight, and then I would wake up at 4:30, 4:45, just so I could watch Scooby-Doo at 5 a.m.
Oh, man.
Like every morning.
That's big time.
My parents were so mad at me.
Scooby-Doo
they just hear the TV
again.
going off. They would just hear the TV going off.
Oh man!
Why are you awake?
Well, see, it was always like
Scooby-Doo.
It was always like that. Everybody was up super early in the morning. I grew up on a farm, so it was always something going on. I mean, it's like dad was up at 5 in the morning every morning drinking coffee.
Yeah.
So it was always there. It was wild. There's always work to do too, man. I was always trying to figure out how the hell do I get out of work. I was like, dude, I got to figure out something, man. That's why I was like, the day I turned 18, I moved out. My parents were fantastic. I mean, literally the best parents you could ever ask for. And I was like, I got to get the hell out of here because I'm tired of this working all the time and not getting anything for it.
Yeah, that's true. You don't get a whole lot.
No.
Well, were they selling anything? What were they doing?
Yeah. So we raised cattle. So it was it was primarily, but that's another good thing is my whole family kind of came from farming. And there were like my aunt did chickens. My uncle had swine. My grandpa and my dad had beef. So it was like we were all raising something different, and then we would be able to, get meat from one another.
All the stuff.
Yeah, it was amazing, man. I didn't realize how good I had it in terms of like organic meat. I grew up on that,
Yeah.
Do
you still get those perks?
No. Everybody's gotten older, and all of the kids,
Slackers.
all the grandkids are like, no one wants to farm.
Yeah, not a single person.
Not a single one.
Nobody does.
Literally, there is one, but he kind of like halfway farms. It's like he farms just enough to get the tax break, and that's about it.
Oh.
Because you do get a huge tax break.
What are they going to do with the land? Oh, do you?
Oh yeah, you get huge tax breaks on if you're a farmer, and you can write everything off. It's good for taxes, because you don't make a ton of money farming. I mean, you're not doing it. Yeah. You're not doing it for necessarily to get. You can't get rich farming. I mean, you just can't. You can make a decent living farming, but it's primarily for the tax write-off. Interesting.
I never thought about it.
Yeah, it's true. It's big. It's big. And we raised limousine cattle. They're mean. Those jokers are mean. It's a breed.
Is that like fancy ones?
Mm-mm.
Or is it just long ones? Is it actually just like giraffe looking motherfucker?
No, it's just they have a red tone to them. You ever heard of
that makes sense because limousines are red. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I have no idea why they're called limousine, but they just are.
Okay. I see.
Anyway, this has become a farming podcast with BBT.
Yes. Wait, so what are they going to do with the farmland? Are you just going to inherit it?
I mean, I've bought some of it.
Are they selling it? Oh, you bought some of it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've bought some of it. I mean, it's gonna stay in the family, because I mean, we always kind of want to keep that because that land has been in our family since the land run.
Jesus.
Which is pretty wild.
Yeah, that is crazy. That's a long ass time.
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine that. Yeah, my parents came from like negative stuff.
Oh, they had to come straight from nothing, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah, my parents raised I guess my sisters were relatively young at the time. I have 3 older sisters, but my parents had a trailer in the back of their friend's yard. So they couldn't even afford like a trailer park. They just parked their trailer in their friend's backyard and had 3 kids. And then when I was born, they had enough money saved up to move from the East Coast to the West Coast.
Oh, man, West, dude, I don't see how anyone lives on the West Coast. I truly don't. The cost of living is so expensive.
Well, not on like the coast in Arizona.
Well, that's still pretty. I mean, Arizona's, I don't know, is Arizona cheap?
It was. It's a little bit pricier now. I don't know what it is compared to a lot of other things. It's just that I'm going to say it right now. This is probably offensive to a lot of Californians, but all the smart immigrants moved from California to Arizona. they brought all their amazing culture because they're like, it's too expensive in California.
Yeah.
Just go to Arizona. It's right there.
It's right there.
They're like, it's cheaper. There's no natural disasters. There's a lot of tech jobs. Why wouldn't we?
Well, you are also
I'm sitting here
in the
like,
desert.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Bring more of it, please. The more I don't want to move to California, the better.
Yeah. Yeah. But you are in the middle of a desert.
Not really. Is it sure?
Huh?
I mean, I guess so. But I don't know. I mean,
I guess I probably don't know Arizona geography very well. Every picture I've seen of Arizona, it looks like death and tumbleweeds, cactus, and those big rock formations in the middle of the desert.
Like mountains that you can go hiking on.
Yeah, we don't know what that is in Oklahoma, man. This shit is flat. Elevation is like 10 foot. I mean, I'm talking if yours a 10-foot incline, that's a mountain for us.
Yeah, but when you're going on the highway or interstate in Oklahoma and you see off to the side, there's just nothing there.
True. Yeah.
Because there's just no building codes or it's all owned by the state or whatever. That's what a lot of those places that you're describing are. It's either just owned by the state, it's reserved for hiking purposes, or it's Native American reservations. There's a ton of that in Arizona. Just a ton. So that's usually what it ends up being.
Yeah.
But outside of that,
I guess there's probably a lot of more similarities too, because I mean Oklahoma is very, very there's a lot of Native American.
Is there?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, if you essentially if you're born and raised in Oklahoma, I could almost, if your family is from Oklahoma, I could almost guarantee you that they have some kind of Native American blood. Like I do. I mean, I've got a pretty, I don't look it at all, but yeah, I've got a decent amount of Native American blood in me.
Yeah, in Oklahoma, 299,621 people.
That's a lot.
In 2019. Oh my God, is that more than Arizona? Oh no, Arizona's 317,000.
Yeah, I mean, I think Arizona is probably quite a bit bigger. They're like the population in general in Arizona is a lot more, isn't there?
Probably, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's been a long ass time since I've been to Oklahoma.
Yeah,
it is a little bit.
I mean, Oklahoma is actually kind of like a booming place right now.
I could see that because a lot of people are like, "Fuck Texas."
Yeah, well, I mean, a
lot of people are like, "Yeah, Texas," and then a lot of people are like, "Fuck Texas." All at the same time.
I mean, if you think about it, the reason why people are like, "Dude, I got to get out of Texas," Oklahoma is not the place for them because it's more of the same thing, and the reason why they would be leaving Texas.
Well, a lot of people I think are leaving Texas because of the fact that all the Californians are moving there.
That's fair too. It's surprising, I know, but I mean, there's quite a few Californians that are moving to Oklahoma as well because of a large company that used to be like primarily there in California, moved their entire operation to Oklahoma, which is big in the defense industry.
Interesting. Yeah, there's a bunch of defense contract places in Arizona too, but they're mostly in Tucson, which is like yeah. that's an interesting spot. Cool.
I've never been.
The only thing good about Tucson now is the Round 1 arcade. Which I don't even. They don't have round ones. Round 1, it's like a Japanese arcade.
Interesting.
Super Japanese arcade, like Japanese only games that you don't find in any other arcade in America.
No kidding.
They open it up in the cheapest cities in the country. That's basically what they do.
Huh.
So they have one in like Tucson, Arizona, just like random ass country or random ass cities. And you're just like, what is this?
What is this?
But it's an awesome place. I wonder if they have one in Oklahoma. It really wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I mean, Oklahoma's
that's where they have all
cheap.
The brand new games.
But that's a good thing about living in Oklahoma, man. This place is so cheap. Your dollar goes so much further here than a lot of places do.
There is one in Oklahoma.
You're kidding me.
Oh wait, Oklahoma City. Is that in? Yeah, okay, yeah, it is in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just making sure.
That's right in the dead center.
Yeah, sometimes there's weird ass.
Oh sure.
Yes, it has
round
bowling,
1,
arcade, karaoke, billiards, food.
Dude, I gotta find this place. I gotta try to check this out. I'm making a note right now. I'm gonna get out my pen and paper, Boomer pen and paper right here. I'm gonna write it down.
I just sent it to you.
Oh, nice. Okay,
dude, it's awesome.
I guess I don't need to write it down. Awesome. Technology.
Technology.
Dude, I gotta go to this place. I'm gonna send you a picture
Yeah.
of me there.
Oh, I'll be so jealous. Oh, if you go there, you have to play. It's Bishibashi, but I don't know what the new one's called.
Bishibashi.
Bishibashi Champion? It's a bunch of mini games. There's 3 buttons. It's just 3 big buttons. And there's 4 players now. It used to be 3, but now there's 4 players. And each player, you just have 3 buttons.
Okay.
And it's just a bunch of stupid fucking mini. It's so hard to explain. There's a beat one where it'll play a beat. It'll be like burr, 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 and then you have to do it on the buttons. So you're like burr, 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 burr.
Okay.
And then when you match up the tones, your afro grows. And at the end of as many beats they do, whoever has the biggest afro wins. There's that one.
Okay.
There's one.
You've piqued my interest.
Each button is a different color, and you'll have like a giant stack of just blocks, and each block will be a different color. So you have to look at the blocks and then hit that button to make that block go away, and then it goes to the next one, and then the first one to complete their stack wins. There's one for like burgers where you have to assemble the burger using a specific. It's so fucking stupid. It is the dumbest fucking game ever, but it's just a ton of mini games and it's all multiplayer. It's so much fun. It is so much fun. Yeah, I guarantee your kids will love it. Absolutely.
Oh, this is going to be A+, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so they've got. Oh man, they're not.
They have the brand new DDRs. They have the brand new Poppin' Music, 2DX, like everything. Initial D.
They've got beer there too.
Yes. No, you probably get messed up.
Okay. Dude,
I love that game. That game is sweet. I need to go to round 1. That's the only time I need to go. I need to go to Tucson.
Hey, speaking of DDR, yeah, I hate Tucson. I gotta go.
I know it hurt me to say that.
I gotta go. I
thought I was gonna die there for a second.
Speaking of DDR, man, your DDR machine's pretty sick.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's pretty cool, man. Like I'm super jelly because I've always okay, so I, growing up on a farm, didn't have a lot of money. Our family did not have a lot of money at all. We survived, but we didn't have a lot. There was an arcade that had DDR that was fairly close to what we were at, but I never got to play it. Like, never could afford to go to the arcade. And then by the time that I moved out, got my own job, and was really starting to get enough money acquired so that I could go to the arcade, that freaking arcade shut down. It was the biggest sad ever.
Now you have round 1.
Now I have round 1, dude. I'm gonna play it.
And the cooler thing is, at round 1, since it's like all Japanese stuff and it's one of the only official ones that you can get, there's a system they have. It's a card system called e-amusement, and the places that have these e-amusement cards, it has to be certified, and you have to rent it from Japan, like the companies in Japan.
Oh, wow.
And it's just these cards that saves your name, your profile, so you'll get your scores and everything off that. But it's only official if it's like an arcade that rents those systems from Japan, or you have to be in Japan to do it. Because even if you have a machine, if you somehow acquired one by buying it and shipping it over, you couldn't hook it up to that e-amusement thing unless you had some type of crazy connections.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really, really cool, but they're really strict with that stuff.
Wow. I guess
yeah,
that's
they have
what
one on
makes it.
Bishibashi apparently. I wanted to buy a Bishibashi machine for so long. I was like, oh.
How does one acquire? How did you? Let's talk about this, because I gotta know how did you acquire this DDR machine?
Oh, well, that one that I have right now, I built that one with my dad.
You built it?
Yeah. So
what?
It's 3 individual parts. The top one, the middle one, and the bottom one It's so it's almost completely broken down. I don't know if you've ever been a part of a band or anything where they have just stacks of amps and speakers and stuff. That's essentially what those are. It has the same handles, it has latches to connect them all and stuff like that. But if you want to move them, you just unlatch it and take them off. But I have a screen up top that kind of angles down, and it has, chat or whatever on it, and then 2 speakers on either side. And then the main one has just a giant TV, and then the bottom one has the sub.
That is insane.
Yeah.
That's pretty freaking cool, man.
I have the pads, the metal pads, because the making your own pad is kind of shaky. You don't really want to do that. It's unless you want to put way too much effort into it that I wasn't willing to do. You have to do like metal work, and then there's
hell
just no way
no
to do that. But I initially just bought a DDR machine because I just wanted a DDR machine. I was like, let me get a DDR machine. So there's these auctions that they have. One of them was in California. It's called the Pirates Auction or Captain's Auction. I think it's Captain's Auction. I forgot. I think it's that. But I went to that auction, and you just bid on machines, and they're usually from like arcades that close down, and they're just trying to make some money off their machines or whatever. And so there was 2 DDR machines beforehand, and I was trying to bid on those because they looked a little bit nicer than the one I got. The one I had like the top part, like the marquee was on top of the pad, and one of the pads was upside down, and it kind of looked like it was fucked up. Like it looked really fucked up. So no one bid on it, and I got it for $300, which is essentially unheard of. At this point in time, if you wanted to get a DDR Extreme machine, you're paying a fuck ton. Even if you just get the pads, if you try to just buy the pads, you're paying $800.
Yeah, I mean, I've
just for the pads themselves.
Wow.
And the pads, everything was in perfect condition. It looked fucked up. It was just, it just looked fucked up. So I just cleaned it, and I replaced the sensors with better sensors, really all I did. And that was it. And then I was like, you know what? I just want to make my own machine.
Hell yeah, man. And so did you like have to solder the new sensors and stuff in? Is that how it worked?
No. Sensors, the sensors were just purchased from Japan.
Wow, so it was like super easy.
Sensors, and it's still just plugging in. It's all. It has the PCB. Yeah, it was super easy. The only thing I haven't finished is the buttons on the front to actually change through everything and do the start. Because those ones I'll actually have to solder to a board. I haven't done any special lights. I want to do lighting on the bottom, so when you press an arrow underneath that arrow, you'll also see a glow at the same time.
Man, they've got so many really cool. So there's so many cool LED stuff that's out now and that is coming out to where it's all done by like the music or the sound, or you can set it up for so much cool stuff. Mm-hmm. It's going to make all lighting so out of date in the next 2 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you can see if you can tell this is going with my voice, so I can stop. Yeah, and then when I go, it just kind of like it'll brighten up a little bit, and it changes colors and different stuff like.
Tell me when to go.
So yeah, it's a pretty cool little thing, but I mean it's there. So a friend of mine, who was actually in Texas. He owns this like wild. He's big time. He owns this company that does like lighting and stuff. And he was telling me about some of the new lighting stuff that's going to be coming up in the future. And he was like, it's unreal because it's going to use next to no energy. You're going to have so much cool stuff, and it's going to be cheaper because of the way that it's made. And I don't understand it. You know, he was like telling me all this stuff, and I'm like, I've never heard new technology being cheaper. I've never heard of that. Like, I mean, if you're thinking about lighting, like think about any lighting you've ever seen in your life.
Well,
when has the new stuff ever been like cheaper? It is so expensive.
Dude, lighting is so expensive. But for no reason, for literally no reason. I hate it. I hate it so much. Like some of the lights, like the actual lights, but light that would go on the sign there, that is nothing. That's like, I think I spent $20 on that, on the light, not the sign. The sign was like $2,000, but the light that went inside it was almost nothing. However, what you can do, what I've heard, is that you can. It's either specific lights, or I'd have to hook up an Arduino board and program it, but I'm sure there's open source of it somewhere. You can have the lights react to a follow or a sub or something like that.
Like Lumia?
That's what I want to set up.
Have you messed around with Lumia at all?
Around to it. I haven't, but that's exactly what is used for the DDR board.
Oh wow! Well, yeah,
that's Lumia, what lighting system they use.
Because it has
Lumia
you can have it to where.
Yeah.
Like now,
That's
I haven't
crazy.
set it up yet, which I plan to. I'm in the same boat as you are. Like these lights, when a follow happens, they'll go to whatever. They'll do something, and then you can change it because the same guy I was telling you about, he's also a streamer, and he's just kind of starting out. And but he's got lighting set up with Lumia, so you can be like, he has a police thing where everything goes red and blue, and it's so sick. And you can pay bits to have it do that. It's pretty neat, man. It's pretty neat. There's a bunch of cool shit that you can do with lighting. But unfortunately I purchased a lot of this lighting stuff before I did enough research on like the whole Lumia thing, but Lumia wasn't a thing. Like it's fairly new to Twitch.
I can do.
Oh snap! So that's all coming from your DDR machine?
Like police lights. No, this is coming from my.
What in the hell?
The lights that are on my desk.
That's freaking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you got to set that. Yeah, you got to set that up, man.
So you can program a bunch of stuff.
That's too cool.
From this. But I don't even know, because this is Neewer, Neewer. They're relatively expensive lights. But yeah, the app just has that. So I don't even know if there's an API to actually do something, because I could technically just use those. But I would like to have the sign do something. But these lights were expensive as fuck. But it's cool because it has the fins that can kind of direct the light where you want it to go. But the tabletop was actually something
I remember you talking about that on stream.
Well.
That because it's
so the lights are actually mounted on the desk itself.
Still in the same spot. Yeah, that's so cool.
The lights are just still in the same exact spot. Cool.
Yeah, it's not the. Yeah, I've got this huge monstrosity of a desk. I mean, it is a monstrosity. It's enormous.
I've seen it.
I don't know. Let me give it the old college try.
If you switch cameras, will it actually switch on this? I don't know if that'll work. Oh, I guess if you switch cameras, it won't actually change to the other one.
Well, it is on OBS, right?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, on this. Yeah, in OBS, but the window you shared within
I'm gonna try
video.ninja is still your main camera source.
Okay. Oh, no, I got you. That's right.
Because you're sharing a specific window.
Okay.
And the window is just...
Well, dang.
Yeah.
It's so big. This thing is massive.
I know, Satch.
No, it's just one straight or huge piece of butcher block. It is... I think it's 76 inches long. 76 inches long, and I think it's by 36. 76 or 79.
Now I'm interested.
It's wild.
All right, hold on.
Get the tape measure out. Strider, you ain't got no tape measure right by your desk? I'm going to take this opportunity to go grab a beer.
All right. I do. It's 30 inches by 92 inches. I don't even know if he still has his headphones on. He might. Oh, he has wireless. He has the earbuds. Oh, no. He had them off.
Pretty good size, huh?
Yeah,
Yours
it's
is
30 by 92.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Yes, I use 3.
Well, I was using 3 monitors, but now I'm using monitor, and then an up and down monitor. And then I have my camera here, but I also have my receiver here.
Wow.
And then I have my sub underneath, and then my computer underneath.
Yeah,
here as
yeah,
well.
yeah. I've got both of my computers and the Series X on the table as well. It holds a lot. I just had to like kind of Mickey Mouse my way through some of this because it's just a lot.
Wait, so did you make your countertop?
Kind of. So I found 2 different end tables. Those are my legs to this chair, or to this 2 huge end tables that have a lot of storage in them. And then I threw this big ass piece of butcher block. And then what I got is some of that anti move stuff, and I put it on top of the end tables, and then threw this big ass piece of butcher block, and it's got so much weight on it, it ain't going nowhere. I mean, this butcher block weighs probably 180 pounds, just the top. It's huge.
Yeah. The table that I got was I got one of the cheap electric ones from Costco. The ones that just raise up and go down. It's like $250 because I didn't want to buy one of the super expensive ones. They were like $2,000. I was going to get one. I was like, oh yeah, I need a big table. I was looking online. I was going to go to Uplift Desk. It's like $2,500.
No, that's too much, dude. It's wild. Why are they so high? I don't get it.
It's like the motors. A lot of them, they have dual motors. And I'm like, I mean, that's nice and all, but I don't think it was really necessary, because this one has a single motor, and it's usually fine. If I go up mostly all the way, it's perfectly fine. If I go up halfway, like if it's down here, it'll kind of just start to slowly go down. So what I did is I just made wooden legs and just I just throw them on whenever I raise it up. I'm just like, boonk. I just prop it.
Yeah, that's a hack right there.
Than spending $2,500.
Whoever's listening to this, that's a hack.
Yeah,
hey man, you got it.
I know.
You got to figure it out.
Cheap ass.
You got to figure your way through it,
because it's like just, I'm not.
You can. The money is endless in the streaming stuff.
The
sky's the limit.
Oh, you're putting so much money into streaming all the time. Just all the time. You could spend.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know.
You could spend.
It's gotten crazy, because I basically have every dime that I've made from streaming, I've just rolled it right back into the content, and it's just it's kind of like, man, at some point I gotta stop. I gotta be happy with where I'm at some point. I've got to be happy.
Yeah.
Like I just bought this last Twitch payout, I got a portable air conditioner, because my little office that I'm at right now, this place gets 100 degrees like the snap of a finger. I got I got my laptop and 2 computers going, and all this equipment in this little bitty room. So you can imagine and the rest of the house is an ice box. Yeah. And then this room is 100 degrees. And I'm like, man, I'm getting crushed in the electric bill trying to keep this one room clean or cool. So I just got this little portable. Not at all. Unfortunately.
How drunk are you?
And cheers. I just cracked open a new one.
Cheers. Oh, wait, how was that last?
I did not. I'm gonna send you a list of 5
sours. Did you send that to me?
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a list of 5. But this is the new one that I just cracked open right here.
Yeah, send that to me later.
It's the Feel It Cabin Boys Brewery.
Cabin Boys? That
It's really good.
sounds
This is one of the more
interesting.
unique stouts I've ever had, and it's starting to get warm outside. So
Why is
I like
everything
it.
unique?
It's a good word, man.
Is
Unique.
your favorite word?
How many words do you
It is a
use
good
that
word.
start
I
with a
never use
U?
it.
You know, you gotta spread it out. Like what? What do you?
Quite a lot, actually.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
okay.
Uneven.
Okay, maybe.
Pretty much
maybe you're
anything
right.
with un. Unacceptable.
I don't say any of those words.
Undo. Under.
Okay. Well, I stand looking a fool.
Let me know in the comments section below what U word you
How
use
many
most.
unwords do you use? Apparently, BBT's a dumbass and only uses unique.
Unwords? Any U words?
Wow.
Any U words in chat?
Interesting. Okay. And yeah,
We're from taste buds to U words.
absolutely. Hey man, who knows where it's gonna
how
go?
the podcast
It's only
has
up from
fallen.
here, man. It's only up.
Dude, these are the best podcasts, though. I like the ones because I always get, for those of you who don't know, BBT was,
I did.
I don't want to say
yeah.
an OG MTG.
Yeah.
You started out as an MTG streamer for the most part. Yeah. So I was watching BBT for a really, really long time because I'm like bearded. Obviously, I'm there. I'm on top of it. And I think I actually found you by a
no,
clip,
you were
right? And I
cussing
put
me
you in
for a
video?
long time because I didn't
I?
clip anything. Remember you were cussing my chat because they never would clip anything.
Oh. Yeah, that's right. How did I find you beforehand? Did you find me?
I feel like somebody that you maybe rated into
rate you?
then rated me. I think that's how. But I can't confirm or
Maybe.
deny. But you have, we connected.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
We go way back. It's been a while. Yeah, I believe if Stained was here, they'd say it's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
yeah, one of the OGs.
Yeah, you had a direction.
I forgot where I was going
could
with
feel
that
it.
whole story.
There was something there.
I did. There was something. I was saying
There was
something.
something there.
There was definitely something. God damn. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah,
Oh, how
it's
the
so weird,
podcast
man.
was
It's so weird how. Oh, okay. Here we go.
Yes, now I remember. Yes. So usually the podcast is all, we never really talk about Magic. We usually just talk to Magic content creators. I know you're not necessarily a Magic content creator anymore, or you're kind of possibly getting back into it. But I did want to talk to you about when you moved into more of the just chatting and variety stuff, because honestly, you're kind of fucking killing it. And I don't know, I'm interested in how you did that, how much did you have to change the way you stream? I don't know.
Okay, so I'll just kind of
know how to start with
give
that.
you a little short synopsis, or I'm going to try to be short. So yeah, I was like, full time, or I wasn't a full time streamer, but I basically only streamed Magic the Gathering, and it was fun and it was interesting, but I think when I first started, I was doing GP grinding and playing a lot in paper Magic, and Arena came out and it was like, oh man, I could stream this and just give it a shot, try that. And it was good, but I felt like the best, what people were commenting and talking with me about was very not much like Magic related. It was more about my personality and just interacting with people as a whole. So I kind of realized that my strong, the strengths of what my stream offered was not necessarily the gameplay in Arena, but it was more about interacting with people and how I interacted with the stream and how that happened. So it was kind of like this natural progression of like my strengths, even though I was in Mythic and in the numbers every season when I first started streaming. Like the first 6 months, I was in the top, 500 to 1,000 players every time. And for 6 months, and I didn't see the growth that I would have, that I think we all would have liked. And, but also my content as like what it looks like now does not look anything like it looked back then. My content looked shit. It was horrible. I mean, it was horrible. Absolutely.
Your content it's definitely gone up, like astronomically, but I would definitely not say it was okay. I'm not going to say it was good, but it definitely wasn't bad compared to the Magic streamers.
Well, thank you.
It was amazing. All right. Compared to other Magic streamers, your stream was amazing at the time, hands down.
Well,
all
see,
right? I'm just
I
gonna
appreciate
say that.
that.
Quality,
but
everything.
it was so crazy because I was not seeing much growth, and I felt like I like your words of encouragement, man. When you found me, like for real, your words of encouragement actually really, really helped me in the direction of where I should go. And you didn't say anything like don't stream Magic or anything. It was more of just like you were reaffirming the things that I felt like I was doing well. And I was like, man, none of this stuff is really tied directly to Magic. Like if I can build a community that's wrapped around me as a personality and me as a person, and people want to be interacting with the people that are in my channel, then that's what I'm going to focus on. And it just kind of naturally progressed into just chatting. So I just tried it a couple of different times of like, I'm just going to just chat the whole time and let's see what happens. And all of a sudden, man, the stream just started, like, it just completely started going in a very positive direction. And I was like, okay, here we go. And like things just started taking off, and yeah.
And was it, I don't know if you want to get into this, but was it viewership or was it income? Was it happiness?
Yeah.
Was it fulfillment? Was it quality? There's
okay.
Well, got better,
it was all of the
super
above.
big.
All of those things got significantly better when I made the switch, because it was an opportunity. Like the viewership got better.
Really?
It got better financially because the viewership increased. And then on top of that, it was, I felt like being a Magic only streamer, it prevented my creativity to go bigger, to go in a different direction. Like there's a lot of things that I think that I probably think through that a lot of people don't. And I think that's what makes me a little bit different, a little more unique. And I think if I was only a Magic the Gathering streamer, then I felt like I was like stuck in making only that kind of content, and I wasn't able to dream the way that I wanted to. And so this has allowed me to be very just like open, like what can I do? It doesn't matter what I'm doing, because people are here, hopefully, that I've intrigued and entertain people enough that they're here for me, and not exactly like they're not there for the game. Obviously, game is extremely important. You got to be good at it, or you got to be so bad at it that it's funny. Like that's a.
Thank you. I was like, but
shut up, dude. Your content's great. It's just so fun.
I'm glad you saved.
But Magic's different. Magic's different though, man, because it's not like good or so bad that it's funny. It's not like that. It's like, do you build interesting decks? Are you playing stuff that's anti-meta? Are you playing stuff that's fun and it's got a hilarious win con? You're like, holy shit, I can't believe I just pulled that off. Like that's fun. Like, and that makes for a good time.
Yeah.
But when I stopped focusing on making the game the fulcrum of the stream, it allowed me to be more of myself.
Oh yeah.
and then boom, it started to take off. And thank you for your
100%.
kind words. I don't feel like I'm killing it. I feel like I'm doing better. And every stream, I feel like I'm more well spoken. I'm learning more about streaming. I don't fanboy when some big partner comes in a stream like yourself. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just natural growth, I guess. But
yeah, you definitely. I think fanboying is weird, but it depends on who it is, though. I guess because if you're friends, like if Ollie comes into my channel, I guess I kind of fanboy, but I mean I've been a mod in Ollie's channel for like 3 years. Like for the most part,
yeah.
I would say we're relatively good friends at this point. We're gonna meet up at TwitchCon. Probably hang out quite a bit.
Yeah, I will be at TwitchCon.
Be interesting. You're gonna be there, right?
100%.
We are definitely hanging out.
Okay, I'm there.
You got to do an IRL stream with us.
I'm there. Just let me know when. I'll set the time.
Awesome.
Yeah. I think I fly in on the 6th
all weekend,
and then I fly out on the 10th. Yeah.
6th.
No, right? It's October 6th or the 7th through the 10th, right?
Wait.
Isn't that what it is? I don't even know. I hope so. I'm flying in on the 6th. Oh shit!
I thought
now you got me like nervous.
Okay, hold on.
No, because it's 3 days, right? It's 8, 9, and 10th. Okay, so it's 7th through 9th, and I'm basically flying in.
Yeah.
Like I think late mid afternoon on the 7th, and then I fly out super early on the 10th.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll probably be doing stuff at the Airbnb probably every day. I don't even know how much we're going to be at
literally,
the convention, to be honest.
I don't care. It's because there's probably 50 people that I'm like, that we're all like, hey, we got to hang out. And I'm like, okay. So that's my goal, is to just hang out with as many people as I can. I don't even know if I'll go to the convention.
Yeah.
I'm sure I will, because I'm in walking distance.
Yeah. Yeah, I think most people are going to want to meet up there. And there'll be a lot of sponsors there. I don't know how many I'll get to talk to. It kind of depends on what all I have up. So I should have the website up by then. If I don't, I'll be so sad.
I know, man. I'm ready for a Strider shirt to be gracing the presence on my body. I know, man.
Working on it.
Hey, dude, I'll send you some of my shit too. I'll send you a little BBT care package.
Easy. Damn. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like in walking distance from the convention center. I'm right in the thick of it.
I don't think
it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be cool because I didn't want to like drive anywhere. I just wanted to be able to walk. I think my Airbnb might actually be right above a bar. I think it's like a room in a bar.
That's sweet. I think we need one more person because one person we had kind of backed out. So I think we need one more person. We don't need one more person, but it would be nice to have one more person.
Who?
Right now we have 4
I think people. I know 3 out of the 4.
Philly backed out. So we have Lobo Peaches, me,
gotcha.
Herbie.
That's a cool crew, man. That'll be a fun crew.
Yeah, it's a dangerous crew. We'll see. Yeah. This is why I don't know if we're gonna make it to the convention. I just don't know if we're gonna make it. I don't think we're even gonna make it to an Uber.
Just let me know, and I'll pop in at some point.
Oh yeah, no, we'll have, because we're doing a hot tub stream. We'll have like scotch and cigars and stuff. I'm gonna bring a bunch of cigars, so you don't even have to bring. I don't know if you smoke cigars or not, but I'll bring some cigars. I'm bringing a bunch of food, slow cooker, some other stuff, so we'll be able to do a whole bunch of food for a lot of people. I know Ollie's gonna come down. I'm gonna make food for him. I mean, we're gonna make food for a bunch of people. It just depends. Like, we're
Wow.
gonna have a shit ton of food. So
That's
it just
freaking
depends on
sick.
who wants to swing by. We'll have. I know Herbie's gonna make some Filipino food. I'm gonna make some like Korean barbecue.
Dude, I gotta hit up.
Korean
Herbie
fried
and be
chicken.
like, brother,
Yeah, I don't know.
I need some lumpia in my life.
Dude,
Oh.
I actually don't know if he makes lumpia because I said the same thing. But he better make some sisig.
Dude, he's got to be
I'm gonna
punished.
Kick him in
Herbie.
the dick. And if you're listening to this right now, Herbie, you
Dude,
don't
you gotta
know how
figure
to
it out.
learn,
You
or
got to
you don't know
figure
how
it
to
out
make it, you better fucking
because
learn.
we are some hungry Americans over here that need some.
Dude,
Oh, I do too. That are.
I love Filipino food.
You know, it's so weird because it's like
Yeah.
I'm Native American, but I literally don't know how to make any Native American dishes outside of like Indian tacos, and that's not really you know, Indian food, so to speak. I mean, yeah, you
don't- you don't
can.
even
I
do
mean,
the
it's
fry
not
bread?
like it's not that big a deal. I don't know. There's some really cool Native American dishes.
That's awesome. You put and you can make your own honey if you harvest your own bees. You can put that on it.
I
You put some
know.
like sugar. You can
I
do
know,
a
but
lot of stuff.
it's so weird.
mean,
It's like
you're
my family
Native
like
American,
denied
you
the
gotta-
culture altogether. They wanted nothing to do with the culture,
I can kind of
which-
see that.
so it's like lost to me. Like I have this background that I know next to nothing about. I know nothing about it, and it is super sad. But it's actually pretty common in basically almost any culture.
Yeah, it's very
honestly, it's
common.
like culture comes over here from all over the world, and then it kind of dies off. If it's been like multiple generations of being here.
I mean, it just melds into American culture. That's what's so good
I do
about
too.
America.
America.
I don't know. I love America. America.
It's a true melting pot,
I don't know.
man.
It has
It's
everything.
everywhere. I mean,
it has everything you
it's
want.
it's pretty interesting because now. Oh,
Yeah. I feel like it's not a true melting pot. I think of it more as like a bowl of nice ramen.
okay.
Because you have your broth, which is great. You have your noodles, but then everything else is kind of separate. But everything complements each
okay.
other. You have like an egg by itself. You have your meat.
Nice.
You have like everything is just separate, but everything it's like you put it together and it's amazing. But individually, it's amazing. It's like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you
got
have
me
it.
thinking about
It's amazing
ramen.
regardless.
And it's late at night. It's late at night, and I'm not gonna
Dude,
be able to
we
get
have
it.
amazing ramen here.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, that's true. It's 11 p.m.
All right, yeah.
I see the timer over there.
Yes.
2300, baby. It is it's 9 o'clock. I don't know what time that is in military time. Don't tell
Just
me.
subtract. You're up at 9 now. There you go. There you go.
21. I know I had to plus in the mind. I have a no math emote.
Just
okay?
blow up all their lands, man. You don't have to worry about it.
Stop it. In the great words of Sonny Buzzkill.
Oh man, dude, I
Stop
love
it.
him so much. He's so funny.
Dude, I love Sonny is great.
He's hilarious.
Yeah. He's so funny. He's a small streamer. He needs to not be. There's some people because there's a lot of streamers where if they come to me and because a lot of streamers come to me about just like streaming help. I don't necessarily know why. I'm a partner, but I'm not like huge. But a lot of streamers come to me and I just kind of help them out with stuff or give them advice that I can help them with. Some streamers will
Just
come
don't
to
stream.
me and I'm just like,
Just don't do it.
don't stream. Like you should just stop streaming. Most of the time, that's what I tell people. And if people in chat and they're like, "Oh, I thought about streaming soon," I'm like, if you just thought about it, just don't. If you're not, I am streaming, or my first stream was yesterday, and I ran into these problems. Do you know a way to fix it? or do I have to watch like 20 hours of videos? Or do you have specific video? Like if you have specific questions and you already like tried, then I have no problems like helping you. But if you're like, oh, I want to try, I have to get my setup and some overlays and, give me like 2 weeks. Do you have any I'm like, just don't stream.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Just don't. If you haven't even started, just don't stream. It's a waste of your time. You're stealing viewers from other people who actually want to stream. People who stream as a hobby, fuck those people.
Oh.
That's the harshest thing that nobody agrees with me on. If you're streaming as a hobby, fuck you. You're stealing views away from people who genuinely want to stream full time. If there's 500 people with 2 viewers that are streaming as a hobby in one category, that's 1,000 people that could be going into actual streamers that want to do it full time.
I mean, I don't think it's messed up to say that.
Anybody agrees with me
I think that's a valid point. But I will tell you this, is that when I first started streaming, there were, I would say, probably the first 50 contacts that I've like interacted with, that we were all like trying to figure out this whole streaming thing. We were super all under 100 follows, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 50 of us were trying to figure this thing out. I am literally the only person out of that 50 people that I first initially started that is still streaming. And those people don't even go on Twitch anymore because they were absolutely demolished by the concept of, hey, I'm going to stream. Yeah. It just beat down. It's like you got to...
Yeah.
Dude, it's hard.
I don't know how much how bad it is. It's not glamorous. People think they're like, oh my God, you could just be a millionaire or whatever. You look at the stats and it's like out of 15,000 people who hit the go live button, 5 of those people will be making the U.S. federal minimum wage.
Is that what it is?
Of $15,000. And that's before taxes. And 3 of those 5 people will be making the average of 75,000. So 3 out of 15,000 people. So if you're 1 in 5,000, it's just so hard.
Average.
It's not great odds. It's just not. It's just not, and it's hard. It's not even like, okay, whatever. It's you're streaming 3 times a day, or not 3 times a day, 3 times a week for 4 hours every time. And then you got to do like daily YouTube videos. You got to do TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. You got to do all these every single day.
Yeah.
OnlyFans.
Just the list goes on.
Fan House, Patreon, Discord.
It's so.
Yeah.
God, dude, I know, man. It's so damn hard.
By gas stations.
Like I have to. I think about that a lot. I'm like, man, there's so much to do, and there's always 5 things to do, always. And it's daunting. Always. It's so damn daunting. But at the same time, like I'm over here acting like I'm a big ass streamer or something. I'm not at all. I'm just trying to figure this thing out. And
oh yeah,
it's just so funny, man.
Yeah.
But I think people grossly underestimate a streaming schedule and being able to be consistent with your content. Like until I fully got a hold of that, I never saw consistent growth until I did that. It's weird. I mean, I feel like, okay, well, if I'm trying to reach new people, it shouldn't matter if I'm how many times when I stream, or for even how long I stream or whatever. But it's very important for your times to be certain things what they are, because that appeals to that same person. Because normally if somebody's watching your stream at X time, that is the time that they have available to watch someone stream.
Exactly. And if you're not live the same time every day,
100%.
that could be the time that they typically open up Twitch. And if you're not
they're
live
gonna go to someone
at
else.
that time, they're just going to go to a different stream. And then if you go live 20 minutes later, they 100%. Are already like focused on some other streamer, so they're not going to go back to your stream. It's just a thing. But that's something that everyone says. They're like, oh, get a schedule, stick to it. And that's probably one of the most obvious things, I would say. But
golly, there's so many things that I feel like I'm still learning,
to be honest.
But I mean, but then again, I've only been fully streaming for like 16 months. So I can't get too mad about it. Like I would say, but I feel like I've only been streaming for about a year. Because the first 6 months of me streaming was just an absolute shit show that I was trying to figure out what the hell am I even doing.
Yeah. I think that took me about I think a year.
So how long have you actually been streaming?
I was doing that. And then I think maybe 3 years total, but it was very, very sparse the first year. Like, once a week and twice every 3 weeks or something. Like it wasn't that much. I didn't take it seriously until probably about 2 years ago. 2 years ago and 3 months, 4 months, something like that. Like probably the 1st of February was when I took it seriously, when I hired an editor and I started doing shit.
You gotta, hey, this YouTube thing, I can't figure this shit out. I've only been on YouTube for like, 4 months, 3 or 4 months now. This YouTube thing is tough. It's a different animal. It is way hard.
It's hard. It depends on what you're doing. There's things you can do to cheat it. It just depends on what you want to do. If you want to just do YouTube as a whole, it's relatively easy. Yeah. So you just find out kind of like what game is popular. You get some clips from that game and you make a compilation and you put it up. You can do that for 10 different games, make a top 10, do it, or you do 7 different games, you do top 10s, you have 7 different channels, you do it once a week, and your channels can explode. Like, it's relatively easy to do that, but it's possible that you're not doing anything with games that you enjoy. It has nothing to do with you personally. If you're just doing it to be a YouTuber without your face ever being on it or you being attached to it or have any emotional connect with nothing, you're just putting in work for none of that, then you could definitely do that. It's not something that is unheard of because there's people that do that. There's people that have like 20, I forgot the guy's name. He has like 20 YouTube channels and he has a bunch of different plaques.
Wow.
But he doesn't do a single video anymore. He has 3 editors that he hired that does all of it.
Good Lord Almighty.
But he gets almost all of the revenue from all of these channels.
Jeez.
And he's like, easy. I got it. And so like you can do it.
Yeah.
It just depends on if that's what you want to do.
Golly, man. Yeah, that's been.
There's a lot of things.
That's like one thing I really wanted to ask you about was like, man, this YouTube thing is just a different animal. It is a different animal. But I kind of like it that it's not the same because and I have noticed this too though, is that the viewership is rarely the same. And like at least for me. But I guess what I'm doing is a little bit different because when I'm streaming on Twitch, I do a little bit of everything, like I'm doing the beer reviews, I'm doing I'm doing a lot of just chatting and just relaxing and chatting with people and then playing a game every once and again. But on YouTube, I'm basically just doing beer reviews and then like magic uploads that I didn't even stream, that I just like recorded and then uploaded those, and on the same channel.
On the same
really?
channel? That's probably where you're fucking up. Yeah, 100%. Because there's probably people that are going to your channel specifically for Magic. There's probably people going to your channel specifically for beer reviews. So once they subscribe to your channel for beer reviews, and then they get a notification that you have a new video, they're like, "Oh, cool!" And then they go to your channel and they're like, "What the fuck is this?"
And they're like,
"Magic."
Well, that's
like,
true. Yeah.
Like, what if they never heard of Magic? Or what if they hate Magic? What if they dated a guy that gave them endless paper cuts from Magic cards. I don't know. But they have nothing to do with each other. And that's what I ended up doing a little bit ago when I split up my 2 channels. I have my normal gameplay video, which is just me, and then I have the top 10 series, like the cool plays, the salty moments, and then the podcast here is where I'm all uploading that to a completely separate channel. Just because I feel like some people would watch the videos. I don't know. Some people want gameplay, other people don't, because historic as a format,
which is so sad,
pretty much dead. The viewership is only going down, especially. For me, it's definitely going down. Well, my stream is pretty much staying the same, and it's been pretty much the same for about 7-8 months, and that could be because I've been focusing a lot more on like merch and the website. That's probably what it is. I've definitely been neglecting the stream a little bit more than I should be. But you look at everything else. Like, what other dedicated YouTuber or streamer is doing historic only? There's like none. And almost nobody, the people that do play historic
true.
aren't doing best of 1. They're doing best of 3 tournaments. So you have historic, which almost nobody plays, and then you have best of 1, which even less people play. So I have a niche, but it's becoming a smaller and smaller and smaller niche. But you have the other jank people like Mono Black Magic and MTG Original Decks, and who else? Does anyone else do janky historic shit? I don't think so. But they don't even do historic all the time. They do historic like once every couple weeks, maybe. And I don't even know how they compare to their other videos. I haven't looked into that. But if I went full on standard, or maybe now just full on explorer, I'm pretty sure my viewership would go up. I just have to.
Yeah, see, it's just it's just so interesting. I love all this, and all the data the analytics behind all of this stuff is what YouTube does is insane. The amount of data that they give to you, it's nuts.
Oh, you get so much.
It's so much, and I'm like, dude, this is kind of mind blowing. But I also
so much.
You can use that, like you can leverage stuff. And I haven't quite. But to be honest, though, I haven't done enough research, and I haven't done enough like analysis myself on the information that I've been given to be able to really like, this is what I need to do moving forward. It's just a different animal, man. Social media, I love and hate social media all at the same time. Oh, it's like so necessary and really important. It's like crazy important that you have to do it. And I started completely from scratch because I wasn't on social media at all before I started streaming. Like literally, I had no presence on social media because I hated it, man. I was like, man, I love my life without social media. It was real good.
Yeah, it's pretty fantastic. I remember a bit ago, before I started doing the top 10s, I hated Twitter. All the MTG people are on Twitter, which was horrible, but I hated Twitter. And then I learned to really like Twitter once I unfollowed all MTG people. I was like, Twitter's actually fantastic because the algorithm is awesome. All you got to do is unfollow all the people you don't want to hear from, mute the people, or follow conversations or unfollow specific like as long as you use the tools that are there for you, Twitter's actually amazing. Like actually amazing. But then I started doing the top 10.
I've got to refollow everybody
and follow these fuckers again. Well, it was primarily the news, but I am no longer doing that news video just because it required way too much time and effort.
Man, good lord, they're yeah. I can unfollow now.
Those people again.
I unfollowed, and now I refollowed, and then now I'm gone again. Easy. Yeah, it's intriguing. It's an intriguing place. There's no doubt about it. Like, I really enjoy not being on there, but I have also really gotten to meet some amazing people through social media now that I never would have expected. Never would. I would have never been able to do it outside of it. So it's been really fun.
Yeah. I think I did all my networking.
That's where that was your primary spot of networking was Twitch?
I think. Yeah. So what I did for about actually it was probably about a year, actually, when I was like kind of streaming, but not really. For about a year, I would just be in people's stream. So the people that I enjoyed watching, and just the community that I enjoyed. So like Ollie Eldrazi, Waifu Gate, Sidetrack is Bad, Prepcoin. I mean, there was a few others at the time. But I would just be in their channels and I would talk a lot. I would just be really involved with everything. I became a mod in like everybody's channel. And then once I started streaming, obviously you don't say, "Hey, I'm a streamer." Like, you just don't do that. But people just randomly find you, or you start streaming and there's people in that community that will just notice you and they're like, "Hey, when are you streaming next?" And they'll ask you and you're like, "Hey, it's not cool, we're watching this person right now. Don't worry about it." And then sometimes that person, especially after you kind of build a good rapport, they're like, "Oh, you stream? What the fuck? When did that happen?" And it just kind of escalated.
That's so
there.
smart.
So I just built,
that is so freaking smart.
Yeah. I just kind of built it that way.
Yeah.
And I think that's honestly the best way to build your Twitch stream. Before even starting it, just find out who and what communities that you want. Because obviously the times you're streaming needs to be different than the ones that you're going to be a part of. Because if you're going to start your stream right after a relatively big streamer, or like a medium-sized streamer, like say 500 people, and you're constantly talking that person's stream for like a year, and you become a mod and you're really close with this person, and then all of a sudden you start streaming, and you start streaming like 30, 40 minutes before they start ending their stream. If you do that every single time, you follow their schedule, it's possible that at some point in time, they will raid you. You never ask for it, but it's possible. Once they find out, and especially if you're a mod, you're friendly with them, they're like, "Oh, I mean, this person has been streaming. It's been, 6 months.
Yeah.
Maybe they're still doing okay. We'll give them a chance." That type of thing. And that does happen. And a lot of times people end up quitting.
Yes.
Most of the time people end up quitting. But
hell yeah, man.
Sometimes
I freaking love it.
Sometimes people flourish.
There's nothing better. There's nothing better than like raiding someone that has been a part of your community for so long.
Yeah.
And then it's such a good feeling. It's such a good feeling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then they get a follow bomb.
God, it's so good.
You get like 30 follows. That feel right there. Like, I don't really care much about the thank you. It's that when a bunch of people in your community just start following, and then you have the streamer start calling out your normal viewers' names, and you're like,
yeah, dude,
you just give them ghost hand jobs.
Like,
yes.
Oh, it feels so good. What greater feeling is there? Yeah. And man, I love this shit. I love this shit because of
I like it a lot.
This one of the last times that I got to raid out is we raided somebody that is amazing and definitely deserved a little bit of financial support, and it was like a completed level 5 hype train within 30 seconds, and it was the most beautiful thing that I could ever been a part of. Like, I love that. It is so cool. I love being able to do that, because there's been a couple of few moments in the streaming life that I can look back on, and there was this one moment that completely changed the trajectory of my channel based on the gas up that somebody gave me. Like, those moments right there is what I live for. I freaking go ham on that. I love it.
That's awesome.
I love that shit.
Yeah. I think the other thing that helped other people, because I couldn't do it myself, but the other thing that I helped people with was going on Solinome, which is just a bunch of Twitch stats on there. You go to the game that you want to stream, and you can actually look at the data to find out when people are viewing and when people are streaming.
What is this?
Like throughout the whole day on what days of the week. Yeah. And so
I have never even heard of this.
Have you never used Solinome? Oh my
what?
God. I have to do a rundown.
My God.
For like your whole channel. I'm a huge stats person. I love this shit. I have a no math emote. Yeah, I'm like, I love this shit. When it comes to stats, graphs, numbers,
I know that's why we've been drawn to each other.
That shit.
I'm telling you. I'm freaking telling you. I mean, that's what I do for work. So it's like, this is my thing. I love data. The more data, the better. That's why I've never heard of this.
Yeah.
But I've never sought after anything like this. Okay, I'm going to it right now.
Yeah, Solinome is... Yeah,
okay,
just
sounds
send you
good.
the link. Well, we'll probably have to talk about it some other time.
Dear God.
Because nobody will be able to see this information if we're just talking about it. But it's fucking awesome. But you can go to specific games and be like, okay, the biggest streamer stops streaming at this time. So if I start streaming at 30 minutes prior to them getting off, all of those people are going to stop watching that person, and they either disperse to various channels, which means I could possibly be one of those channels that a few more people go into. So that's one of the best times to start streaming that particular game. It's like with Magic the Gathering, the best time to stream currently, right now, is right about 11:15 to 11:30.
No kidding,
Pacific,
because all
Monday
of
through
those,
Friday.
Because all of those streamers they're concluding
time.
their stream. Wow. Dude, you just went big brain.
Finishing their stream or switching games right then and there. And then a lot of the huge streamers also start streaming at about 4 p.m., which is also great because that's when you can
that
end
actually
your stream
works for
and
you.
You can start rating the bigger streamers. So you get
Oh, well, sure.
Well, no, because I have a day job.
Okay, we gotta go back to this. We gotta go back
but
to
it
this
works for other people that have told.
Okay, we gotta come back to that. Keep going though.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's like it's 5-head moves. It's the best thing. So you can get viewers from the biggest people after they leave or after they go offline, because a lot of times the big people, they just don't raid anybody, or the viewers are just not interested in who they raid. So the chance of you getting people is higher, obviously, because 2,500 people stop watching a big streamer and there's only 7,000 viewers in the game. The chances you're going to get more viewers, pretty high. And then obviously if you get more viewers and you get bigger raids to bigger streamers, you start with, medium-sized streamers. You obviously don't want to stream like huge people right away, because your raid of 20 people, 50 people, not really going to do anything, 5 people, 20 people, whatever it ends up being. It's not really going to make an impact or be an oomph. But if you start raiding people who have like 100 average viewers with 20, 150, 200, you may get people. Usually when you raid people, you get 0 followers. Even if somebody gives you a shout out, they're like, oh, shout out this person. You'll get maybe one viewer.
Yeah, it's so low.
Every 30, maybe. You get like you get almost nothing out of it.
That's true.
However, that person will remember you if you do it consistently, like once every couple weeks. So if you have certain people on rotation, like for me, I have people on rotation.
Yeah.
And then I just do a random person every once in a while. And then, those people end up noticing you. And then if you're on at a time that they're getting off randomly, they can raid you.
Wow. That's an interesting concept.
I've never worked that way.
I've kind of, that's actually really, really smart. Well, and
Yeah. So, and since you play a bunch of different games, kind of depends on if you have a schedule. Be like, oh, I'm playing this game on this day at this time. Kind of like what Jeff Hoogland does. I know a lot of people hate Jeff Hoogland, but he is one of the best business people, and like he's got that mindset for the grind set. He's so fucking brilliant when it comes to that. He's set the bar so high when it comes to actual stream quality on everything, because he's got the website with all of his decks on it. He has the tournament results, all of his YouTube stuff. He has his schedule that's always up there that says, hey, at this time I'm streaming Magic and then I'm doing Pokemon Unite on these days. Here it is. Like, it's always there. It's everything is there, and it's just perfect. Everything is there. You know exactly what to expect when you go to a stream, because the information that you're looking for,
his website's actually pretty good
everywhere.
too.
Everywhere.
Like, it's not like, you know.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, listen, he's definitely has that. He definitely has that for sure.
Yeah, regardless of if you like him as a person or not, nobody has to go into that. But just there's something to be learned, smarts and everything else.
Yeah, there's something. Yeah, that's freaking incredible too.
The best in the Magic.
I mean, and it's pretty crazy how he's been able to, like, hey, move away from Magic, have great viewership, move back into Magic, have great viewership, move out of Magic, great viewership. I mean, it's because what you're talking about right here. These are the things that really move the needle, regardless of what you're doing, you know? So, okay, we got to go back to this point right here. This is what you made. Yeah. You said rating into a larger streamer. Expound a little bit on that, because I can tell you this, in the just chatting world, that is a terrible idea, because it is but I will say this though too, is there's always 200.
No, larger.
Yes, that's what I mean. Like, what I'm saying is, so say, say if, like, right now I'm averaging, like, 30. When I rate out, it's normally between 25 and 35. That's what I'm rating out with. If I raid to a streamer that has 100 plus viewers, or even from 100 to 150, I'm saying that the 100 to 150 viewers is a terrible. It's bad in the just chatting world, and this is why it's intriguing, because what you're talking about, what's that?
What do you mean by bad? Sorry.
What I mean by bad is that the way that a just chatting streamer will, like, one, welcome you in, and two, appreciate what has been, like, given to them. And then if you were to take that same exact person that is a Magic the Gathering streamer, and the same numbers, you get a drastically different response. I have legit noticed this in a big way. Have you experienced this? And maybe it's my just choice of streamers.
I think it's a little bit different for me, because I raid a bit differently than everyone else. Because the people who I raid, I stay in their chat and I'm active in their chat for about 30 minutes to an hour. So I ended up cutting my stream shorter. I used to stream like 5 hours a night, and then I cut it down to 4 hours. So whoever I raid into, I can be active in their chat for like 30 minutes to an hour. So I'm building a rapport with the people I raid into. So I don't just get, oh, thanks, and then they get back to it. I start, like, striking up a conversation. I'm like, oh, hey, what are you doing? And then you're actually active. And then in 2 weeks, you do it again. And you're active for another hour. 2 weeks later, do it again. 2 weeks later, you do it again. But you're doing it in every single channel, every single day that you're streaming.
See, this is some big brain stuff. This is what I mean, this is important, because I can tell you that it's just like, I can't always do that. I try to, like, maximize my stream time, and that may be something that I need to adjust, is, like, ending the stream a little bit early and engaging with
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, it makes more sense too if you're engaging into a new community, the way that you're talking about. But you're also saying consistently rating that person.
Yeah.
If you vibe with them and you're in a good.
Yeah. Yeah. You put somebody on rotation. Like I have a rotation of like 15 people. Because specific days at specific times, people are streaming at different times. So I'll have like 2 weeks of a rotation, and then every once in a while, I'll just look through the directory, find someone who's really, really small in that directory. As long as they have a camera, a microphone, and they respond to me when I type in chat within 10 seconds, I'll rate them. And then just kind of go from there. But that's how I do it. Maximizing your time for stream is nice, but networking
that's probably how you get
better.
from, how do you get from, 25, 35 to, 100? Probably.
Yeah, because raiding and running it's fine because you're bringing the community, but when people raid and then they just leave,
yeah, that's
just
terrible.
Don't
Yeah, I don't think that's helpful.
Just, like bye. It's like you
you're
show up,
not
but you
gonna
get like no follows after that. But if you raid in, like if I raid into your channel and then I'm like actively talking and I'm like, hey, what's up? What are you doing? Hey, blah, 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 blah. And we're talking for like 10, 15, 20 minutes. Like, obviously I don't want to monopolize your time in your stream or whatever, because you're still talking to everyone else, but I'm just adding in. The chance of you getting a follow from someone in my community from that is way higher, because they're like, oh, they're actually like friends. So I mean, I might as well, they obviously vibe, so I'll probably vibe with this person
this is helpful
too. And so you actually do end up getting a little bit of follows after that, just because other people in your chat will be like, oh, this person also vibes, so they'll go to my channel and give me a follow. So I get that more now once I started doing that.
Man, that's super helpful. I'm gonna change I gotta adjust some things. This has got me thinking on a different level.
Yeah, it's weird things that I just kind of figured out.
You don't. This is good stuff, man. You need to make a YouTube video on this
and stuff. I think that I could, but it's hard because I don't have the credibility per se. I mean, I'm a Twitch partner and I have 100 average viewers or whatever, but I'm not. If I'm be like, oh, here's how you make your channel grow, but I only have 100 viewers, like it's really good advice and it worked for me. And I think it would work for anybody, because it would work for me if somebody rated me and then they stayed in chat for half an hour, and they kept talking and then they left.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, that person's kind of cool. I'll probably check out their channel, and actually I might add them to the rotation. I'll probably check them out, especially if they're cool. And especially if they did it like every couple weeks. It was like, every 3 Saturdays or something, once a month. You start picking up on it. You're like, hey, this person rated me like a month ago. Hey, this person did it a month ago twice now, and then 3 times, then 4 times. But they're there in your channel for like an hour or two. Even if they don't come back any other time that month, if they raid you and they're still there, you're still building up that rapport. It may not be a lot, but it is enough for them to notice. And it's enough for their regulars to notice too.
I like that. This is good stuff. I'm over here taking notes, baby.
Yeah, no, we'll have to set
man,
a thing so I can
go over
your stats with you too.
I've got this pulled up now, and it's freaking wild.
I love doing this shit. Yeah. I've helped a lot of people with their partnership application as well. Everyone I've helped with their partner application has got it on their first try. Just saying.
Well, if and when it gets to the point where I got the views, dude, I'm calling you, baby.
I will 1000% help you.
I can't wait, man.
1000%.
It's gonna be cool. I can't wait.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'll get there. You're one of the people that I wouldn't.
Well, that's
say
a plus.
You shouldn't.
That's a
stream
plus.
anymore.
I would hope to God. You wouldn't have someone on the podcast that was like, "Hey, dude, you just need to hang this shit up, dude. You ain't cut out for it."
It's like 1 in 100. It's like
Oh,
1
man.
in
Well,
100.
I appreciate that.
I don't say that too. Yeah, it's very
don't stream,
rare
man.
that
Just
I
don't do
won't
it.
say just don't stream anymore. You should just not stream.
Just don't do it.
Because most people, if they're like, should I stream? Nope.
You know,
Advice
the
for
funniest
everyone
part of-
listening to this: don't stream.
What's so funny about
Absolutely not.
that comment is
It's
I
not good.
have
Just don't
literally I'm like, somebody says, "Hey, I'm thinking about streaming. You got any advice?" And I'm like, just do it. just do it.
Don't stream.
Just do it and see what happens.
No, tell them not to. You need to change
Just
that.
don't stream.
No,
just
you
don't
need to
do it at
change
all.
Just be like, don't stream. And that's my. If they do stream after you say don't stream, and then they have specific questions. 'cause
Sure,
if they don't have
yeah,
specific questions, you know they haven't even fucking
No,
tried.
no.
They haven't looked at a video. They haven't even downloaded OBS. Fuck those people. Those people can eat my asshole. Like, if you want
Yeah.
actual help, I will gladly help you. You need to ask a specific question. If you're like, how do I stream? I'm going to be like, okay, first of all,
There you
take your
go. Get
computer and
out of
light it
here.
on fire.
Get them out
And
of
then
here.
fuck the fuck off.
Never stream. Just don't do it.
And never stream because it's a waste of your time. You're going to hate it
Golly, man, that's so funny.
because you're never going to figure it out.
I just always think about that though. I mean, most people just can't stick
Yeah.
with it, or they won't stick with it. And I mean, it's just, because it's hard, man. It's so
Yeah.
hard, especially with, you've got a full-time gig.
Yeah.
You're trying to make,
Especially if these people have like, I'm gonna say like depression issues, or like you can tell if you look on their social media and they're clearly like depressed, or they don't have like friends and people to talk to. That is not, you do not want to go into streaming for that. You're not going, it's gonna make you more depressed, and not because of any type of hate shit. It's because you're gonna feel way more lonely. Because nobody's going to watch you for a really long time. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
bad. Trust
I
me.
mean,
It's
think
bad for your
about
mental
like
health.
the
I
first
guarantee
time
it.
that you ever had a troll come into your channel and like told you, you look X, or you're terrible, or this or that. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
you got to have some thick skin, and you've got to be able to look at that person that's making that comment and be like, you're weak. You're such a weak person. It takes it takes a little bit of a,
Yeah. It depends. Yeah. It depends on what you do. You can either just ban the person and ignore it completely, or you can address it. Depends on what kind of person you are. Depends on what kind of stream you want to have. If you're a super positive person, then just ban it and get it out of your mind and just don't worry about it. That's what most people should do. It's fine.
it's
How
nothing,
long
bro.
have we even been doing this? 2
It's
hours?
nothing.
It's nothing.
I can go. No, dude, I can go all night.
That's why I asked if you had a hard stop, because I usually schedule this. I schedule it for an hour, but it usually ends up being like 2 or 3 hours. I don't know why. It just always ends up being 2 hours. It's
Dude,
I don't know. It's always
always
fun.
that little
I like
spot
people
right
you end up
there
hanging out with.
that's a good nugget of information that I feel like I've never heard before. Yeah, dude, you've
I've
got
never heard
to,
it from anyone else.
I mean, you've got to make some
Ever.
kind of, you might not feel like you're big enough to make a video like that or whatever, but that's some bullshit, bro. You got to put that out there. Cause golly, man, cause that's information that I swear nobody thinks about. That's big time.
Yeah. The one
That
way to grow your
nobody
Twitch
wants
stream
you to
that
know.
No one wants you to know. The thing is it's you're not like focusing on almost anything when you're doing that, but you can do so
Yeah.
many other
God.
things while you're doing it. So if you're doing YouTube, like for me, when I was doing stuff, I'm playing back my VODs. I'm doing timestamps to give to my editor to be like, hey, this game is good, this game is good. But I have my VOD on mute for the most part, so I can still hear the stream and I can just type whenever I want to type something. But I'm just, watching the VOD back doing timestamps, and it takes me like a couple hours or whatever. I have to write a script for, when I'm recording the deck tech and stuff. That whole thing takes like a couple hours. I can listen to a stream for that time and then type every once in a while and build a rapport that way. I mean, it's not difficult. You just have to kind of like go out of your way to do it. It's awkward. You can't watch YouTube videos that you normally want to, or watch a movie that you would normally do. So it's definitely extra work, and you don't want to
there's
do
a
it,
payoff there.
But
there's a payoff there, and that's the kicker. Is the payoff is there, man. And like for me, I don't care about, oh God, how bad is that one? What is it? Which one is this?
This is the Gumbaroo. I thought it was gonna be good because it was like tropical and citrus.
Oh, it's an IPA, right?
It has pine and bitter.
That's an IPA one. Well, I think the one you just had wasn't right. The honey one. I don't think that was IPA, right?
An IPA.
No, I don't think so. But
I don't know. Was it not?
I could be wrong. I'm sipping on this Felix et Tenebris. It's an American orange stout. 8.7. 8.7%. This Joker's good. I like it. A Kolache.
A Kolache style ale.
Definitely not an IPA.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Confirmed,
I just don't know
but
what that is.
It's yeah.
No.
But I mean, it's funny because you don't like beer. Yeah, you're not gonna like any of these. So what's your go-to? What's your go-to liquor?
No.
Whew.
Vodka.
Man, you go straight for the depth, huh? That's some. Well, that's true. I mean, that's true.
Mix vodka
Have you ever mixed it with Gatorade? Dude, that's
Faderade, yeah.
That's some bad news right there. Faderade, that's fantastic though. No, I've never heard of
Faderade?
it. Faderade.
Yeah, dude, it's Faderade.
God, dude, I can't do vodka. I can't do it. Literally can't do it.
Oh, it's so good. Wait, okay. Do you like
White Monster?
The White Monster.
Oh, dude, I can't do energy drinks. I don't do energy drinks at all.
It comes in a white can.
I can't do them. I can't do them.
Oh, never mind then. Well, for anyone else that's out there, if you like the White Monster energy drink, and you have watermelon vodka. Listen, I hate watermelon, but with watermelon vodka, you can do, no joke, probably 80% vodka and 20% of that White Monster.
Good
and it
Lord.
Tastes like White Monster. You cannot you can smell the vodka.
Wow.
Well, taste the vodka. It's
even with it, because I mean, like a watermelon vodka,
it is dangerous.
The proof on it's probably lower than 40. So it's probably like 36.
Yeah, it's definitely lower than 40. But you're almost you can do it. In like
it goes down smooth, huh?
Huge thing. And if you're filling it up to here with vodka, you do it here with vodka, and then you fill it up to the top like this.
Tastes like Monster. Wow, that is dangerous.
Monster, and it just tastes like Monster.
Hey, yeah, there's a reason why. There's a reason why people drink like that. They drink vodka at work. That's why they drink those at work.
Yeah, you're alcoholic.
If you've got a problem or
Monsters? Yeah, I can't drink the White Monsters anymore because I just automatically start to, my body is like naturally starts to get drunk just drinking the white monster. Like I feel like
very shortly.
Okay, I'm gonna get drunk very shortly because if I drink a half a thing of Monster, I'm like, okay, I drank half of a thing. Because normally it would be like a shit ton of vodka. So I'm like, okay, I'm about to get fucked up.
Oh yeah,
and then you're perfectly
tingle,
fine, but you start getting sweats because I'm definitely gonna get drunk here. It's like after you take 5 shots back to back.
It's just waiting for the hit.
I know I'm gonna get fucked up.
Oh
here.
yeah,
and you're just waiting for it, so you start sweating. Yeah,
that's
and then
wild.
It just never happens.
See,
so
here's the thing: is that for me, there are a couple of alcohols that I just literally can't drink because I'm such a lightweight when it comes to them. I mean, vodka literally destroys me. I'm talking, I can drink one vodka drink and it just put me to sleep. I mean, I'll knock out. Vodka, I can't do it. It's vodkas that way and wine. I can't drink wine. I'm like, my entire family has brewed wine forever. I can't drink it. I drink one glass and I'm faded.
Huh.
It's bad. I don't get it. It doesn't matter.
Wait, red
it
wine,
doesn't
white
matter.
wine, pink wine.
For whatever reason, it puts me in the sleep mode.
All the above.
I'll go night. It's just wine and vodka. Like this, I've got.
So is it just wine and vodka?
I have a lot of whiskey. I drink a lot of whiskey because it's kind of it's a part of the stream, but it's not like a fulcrum of it, but it's a part of it. And I can drink whiskey all freaking day and be fantastic, good, right as rain. I can drink clear liquors like tequila or gin and be fine. I can drink a ton. But there's something about it
vodka's clear
that will just put me right down. I can't do it. And I also had a really what.
Okay, what about?
I mean, that's a pretty heavy bourbon. Which I can drink it. It's fine. I prefer mixing those real heavy bourbons like that. But I like drinking rye and like Irish whiskey or Japanese whiskey. I drink almost all my whiskey straight.
I do not like the Japanese whiskey, actually. I thought I was going to like it just because I love Asian culture, especially like sake. Sake, I fucking love sake, right? But
really,
for some reason, the Japanese, I was like, nope, I'm good. But I also hate Maker's Mark. For some reason, Maker's Mark makes me throw up.
It's a heavy bourbon.
Like, even just
I mean, that's just
I have no idea. Yeah, but I've never been able. It's not even like I had a bad experience with it or anything. Like I overdrank it. It's always been like that. If I had a half a shot,
really,
2 hours later, 3 hours later, I'll throw up. No idea. It just does. It does something with my stomach. Like I could just drink that and nothing else.
Have you had other?
I'm done. However, the Maker's Mark cigars.
That's impressive.
The best cigars I've ever had in my life. Hands down. I don't know why, but they're so good. And there's going to be a bunch of, I don't know if there's a bunch of cigar people. I actually don't know if I know any cigar people, but the Maker's Mark.
It sounds delicious.
Holy shit. They're so
I mean, I wish I could smoke.
Those are the ones I'm
I can't smoke anymore, man.
To Twitch.
I had an experience with, they thought the doctors thought I had lung cancer. Yeah, shit is wild, man. But anyway, no lung cancer. I'm good,
right.
but I can't smoke, which is big sad because I was a daily cigar guy. Daily,
not even
every morning, cup of coffee, cigar, nothing better.
Okay,
you can
we
smoke
won't
away.
Smoke cigars when you're there, but we'll probably
smoke away, dude.
We'll probably do weed. No, we'll probably just do weed. In a vape. That's intriguing. I hate the smell of weed, but I can do the vape.
See, I kind of like it. I don't know.
I know I hate the smell of it.
I kind of like it.
I can't stand it.
I mean, I like the smell of it. I cannot partake in it. But yes, it's fine. It doesn't matter, man. I know it's legal. It's legal there.
Even if you're in Cali?
But
It's legal.
But for work,
Your wife won't let you? Oh, that's right.
often.
Do they do random drug screening?
And it's not.
Oh shit.
No, don't. You don't have to worry about that. You shouldn't have to worry about that.
Do you get secondhand?
Because they do. Because it's like.
Are you gonna get pinged for that?
Secondhand stuff is normally so they do like hair follicle stuff, dude. They don't play around.
Yeah,
Yep.
they don't fuck around. Yeah, I remember that. I
That's
totally
so good.
forgot about it. We like just talked
But
about
yeah,
it.
dude,
and
you don't
I
have to worry
totally
about that.
I do remember
I'm totally
that.
like I've never had an issue.
So
Yeah.
Are you top?
But yeah, it's
Okay.
yeah, it's fine because it's legal in Oklahoma. Yeah, it's legal in Oklahoma, man. Crazy.
Is it? I mean,
it's fairly new.
Huh.
Hey, man,
That's what you should be doing
think
on
that
your
there
fucking
hasn't
farm.
been
What are you doing?
a thought process there. Don't think that there hasn't been a thought process. The only problem is it's really oversaturated.
Dude, I will pay you. I will pay you to name a strain.
That's
a thing. There was somebody that came into my stream at I don't know if they used to be a regular. They were like kind of almost a regular. They would show up every once in a while. But we were talking about it and he was like, yeah, a lot of people just pay and you can name a strain. And I was like, is there really that many strains? They're like, yeah, people are working on them all the time. There's like 1 billion different strains. You could just pay somebody like $100. And I was like, what the fuck? You could just pay somebody $100. And then I was like, I should probably do that. I just need to think of a name. And then I cannot find that person because I don't remember their Twitch name at all.
I need more info.
Who was it? I know. So if anyone listening to this grows
A strain
weed
name.
and you want to sell
That's amazing.
a strain
I mean,
name,
it is.
you let me know. Yeah, you let me know. I mean, I want to call it land destruction.
Yes, I need a.
Can I get Can I get a pound of land destruction? 100 milligrams of land destruction.
Dear Lord, hey,
Jesus Christ!
Exactly.
Don't take that. If you're growing it, don't take it. Let me pay you for it at least.
Exactly, and then you can,
I know. I mean, you can
say
steal
that
it. Just let me pay you for it first.
Boom. I mean, it's a win-win-win for everybody.
And then let me advertise it for you.
Who loses in this? Nobody.
It really is. It really is.
That's also true. It's a big deal, man, because when it got legalized in Oklahoma, there were so many different people that jumped on it so early that the market right now is oversaturated.
Oh yeah.
Like crazy oversaturated.
You have to.
Like there's yes. I don't know.
Really?
We might need to talk a few of these little things off stream, but there has been it's mass big land buy in Oklahoma. Mass.
Oh,
it is, yes.
That kind of makes sense. If it's good farmland. Yeah, the thing that sucks is that you have to have a lot of money to open open a dispensary because it's federally illegal still. So you can't actually get a bank loan. You can't get a business loan to open up. You have to open it up with cash. You have to have the capital for it. And that's the thing that sucks. If they made it legal, then normal people who have been like selling it just to try to get by or whatever, people who have a shit ton of knowledge, people who want to do it and offer they want to offer their knowledge and expertise, but they don't want to work for somebody else. They have, everything, but they just don't have the capital because it's fucking expensive as shit. Yeah. But if they could get a business loan, it would be amazing, right?
Oh,
so it would be fantastic if they just legalized it federally because it would help so much. It would make so much more tax money for the states. It would open up so many small businesses. It would help economy thrive so much. And
think about all the different money, because right now you can't really put money in the bank.
It's cash only too. Yeah.
Like there's only a couple of banks that will even allow you to put that kind of money into their, and it's all uninsured.
Yep.
So it's a bad deal. It could completely blow back on you.
Yeah, it can't be federally backed.
Yes.
Yeah,
and then you've got like this weird, like kind of shady
it fucking
things
sucks.
that happen because of that. There has to be, right?
There's got to be.
It is.
Yeah, there has to be something because it's cash only. It's actually just cash only. You can't do anything, and your business isn't federally insured. I mean, there has to be something. I don't know all the details of it. I just know that.
Yeah, you have no support from that area. And and if you think about it, it's like these folks are making a ridiculous amount of money too, because it's not recreational in Oklahoma, but it's only medicinal. Yeah. But so even though it's not recreational, I mean, mostly because most people are just like, my anxiety is really high and I don't want to be on, I just want, let me do something really low grade ADHD and try that out first. And the doctors are normally pretty like, okay, let's give it a shot, Yeah. So it's not too big of an issue to get on that medicinal, path, so to speak. But it's not recreational here. But man, I feel bad for these people that are like, hey, we're going to do this. And then they front all the money and then they have all this capital up front. And then they end up having all this ridiculous amount of revenue that they make from it. What do you do with it? So then you become a target for people that don't give a shit about about you or your business. Yes, and they're like, "Hey, how about you fork over some of that money and we don't destroy you." I mean, there's probably a lot of that happens.
Man, there's gotta be. That shit. Yeah, that sucks. It's just.
I'm sure it's just a matter of time, though, man. It'll be.
I wish it wasn't like that. The cool thing about Amsterdam, though, is that you can actually take your drugs and give it to a police officer, and they'll do a purity test for it. They'll actually send it to a lab, and then they'll tell you if it's like pure or if it's tainted and shit like that. That's really cool. But
dude, I've never been to Amsterdam. I've actually
me either, but that's the only thing I hear. All my druggie friends, every single one that goes to Amsterdam, they're like, this is so disappointing. I haven't had a single, even if they were just a weed person, not a single person has come back from Amsterdam and been like, oh my God, it was fantastic. The only thing people are like, oh, you can get it purity tested for free. It takes a couple weeks sometimes.
But then it all comes back shit.
It's fantastic.
It all comes back as...
They're like, but everything there just fucking
It all comes back as baking soda and baby powder.
So trash.
Yeah, because everything's legal there, right? You can do whatever you want.
I think so. Yeah, no, like MDMA, you can do. I don't know.
Can you do meth?
I don't know. Can you do meth? There may not.
No,
I'm
definitely
sure there's
not.
Some things you probably shouldn't.
Man, I was reading some kind of crazy ass article over
you
meth.
Shouldn't do.
How minors and stuff were using it back in the day.
Oh, is it like from? Right? Aren't
I think at one point
meth?
some of them were, right?
Am I crazy?
I don't know if it was meth though. Wasn't it just heroin?
I don't know.
Heroin based? I don't know. I mean, I was reading some meth was just going around like, hey, you're tired? Take you some meth. It'll get you from A to B. And then in C, D, and E come along with it, and you don't even know it.
Yep. Hydrochloride? No.
I'm sure there was probably more of a purer form
Let's see.
of meth than like, crystal meth, so to speak. Because that's
Well, yeah.
yeah,
It was
probably like I don't
government
know.
approved or FDA approved rather.
I know way too. Some side effects, yeah. Side effects.
Some side effects.
You're yeah.
Faster heartbeat, tremors, sleeping
Yeah,
problems,
your heart
upset
might
stomach,
actually
dry
explode
mouth,
through your
less
nostril.
appetite.
Yeah,
Death is not
isn't one on there.
them,
Is that what it said?
apparently. No, it's just not there. Heart-related problems like heart attacks, stroke, and high blood. Okay.
Jeez.
Mental illnesses, like new or worse behavior, aggression, or seeing or hearing things that aren't there.
Hey, what was
Slow
that
growth in
drug
children, seizures,
that was like making
changes in
people the
eyesight.
zombie for a little while, and then I never heard a thing about that again. What happened?
Oh, and it like disappeared. Oh, because it was. I think that's the
What
only
was
drug that's illegal
that?
everywhere. Because
That
it's
dude's like
fucking
eating,
insane.
trying to eat somebody, or trying to eat his own arm or some shit. He was jumping around.
What is that?
Well, yeah, and they get
Yeah, and
they
get,
run like
fucking
115
superhuman
temperature or
powers
some shit.
or whatever. Yeah.
And
That
he
one guy
just
got
didn't care.
tased by like 15
I'm pretty sure he had
cops.
one between
and
his
he was
eyes
just like,
too. And he was just like, dude, I don't even care. I'm good to go, man. What was that? It was called like the zombie
Dysmorphine,
zombie drug or something.
synthetic opioid.
God, what was it? It was
Yeah. Street name is
no, I think that's the one that makes
Crocodile?
you like scaly, right?
crocodile.
That's like the scaly one.
Colloquial
isn't
called
it?
the zombie drug. No, it says dysmorphine is a synthetic opioid, also known by its street name KROKODIL, crocodile, and colloquial called
doesn't
the
sound
zombie
right.
drug. I don't think that's what it is.
Bath salts. That's it.
Yeah, I thought it was like
That's
it's
it,
like
isn't
bath
it?
salts. That was a. Yeah. Yeah, it's a new generation of bath salts, known as gravel and zombie drug. It's a new generation of bath salts. But I forgot what it's actually called. Flocka?
Yeah, the dude that tried to eat the face.
Yeah, I could have
That's
sworn
it.
there was something else.
Yeah, it was bath salts. That's right.
Oh my god. Yeah.
It's called
But it was
gravel.
a specific kind of bath. It was like a newer kind. It wasn't normal
that
bath
doesn't even
salts. Because I
sound
remember bath
appealing.
salts when I was a teenager. Yeah, they called it gravel. It's Flocka, also
Wow.
known as gravel, and zombie
I guess
drug.
if they're so it's just like a
It's
like a
more
souped up
potent
meth.
than meth.
This is intriguing.
I guess. More potent than meth, and it's believed to have a higher addictive potential. Flocka has been found to be associated with paranoia, delusions, and hallucinations.
We
Maybe
just
somewhat
went into
dependent.
a weird
How did this
spot.
turn into?
What about DMT?
What is happening?
What about frog poison?
I don't know. I haven't had any drugs. I've been on a couple painkillers when I had my double shoulder surgery.
Yeah.
but
I've never.
I hated them. I hated it. I allegedly, possibly, maybe, I don't know. It's possible that I might
Just maybe.
take painkillers.
Just
when
maybe.
I get a tattoo. Possibly. I don't know. Who would do that? Maybe.
Dude, I don't.
I don't. My tattoo sessions are like 12 to
you're a
14
big man,
hours.
dude. I can't do it. I mean, I can go 6 hours pretty easily, but it depends on where it's at though.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can do 6, 8, like super easy. 10. Well, right around 8 is probably where I get my first set of shock and then give it like 10 minutes and I'm fine again. And then it's probably an hour or so after that, my body probably goes into shock again. And then it's like 30 minutes and I'm fine. And probably about an hour and a half
That's strange,
after that.
man. I like my body straight up rejects the ink when I go past 6. When I go past 6, if it will literally push the ink out.
Oh, interesting.
I guess I don't know. My body doesn't like being tattooed that long. I suppose.
Yeah.
But I can tell you this: do you have your chest done?
Maybe not. I remember one time in the.
Do you have your nipple tattooed?
I have this one. This part.
Not through it.
Kind of, like right around it.
You got the areola,
like pointy part of the nipple?
the areola.
I don't know if you can.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like right around it. It does touch it a little bit.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
But not.
Okay.
It's definitely on there a little bit.
I got that,
but
through the nip.
That tickled a lot.
And let me tell you something. It's going to be finished. Yes.
The whole thing.
Yes, it's going to be.
You're
not
around?
like my nipple. You're not even going to be able to see it. Ooh. And let me tell you something. I thought I was going to die.
Damn.
It was so painful. Well, here, I guess this is really? I guess this is on YouTube, right? So this is okay.
What part was painful? Yeah. This is Naked Podcast. We're drunk, so we're just gonna take off our shirts. Oh yeah, that's like right where. Oh yeah.
This right here.
That's like right around. Okay, what part hurt like a motherfucker?
It's like right over the little nip, like the actual tip. Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay.
It'll.
Yours is a little bit further than mine. Yours is a little bit further.
It was
than
tickling.
Mine, but that shit
dude,
tickled for me. It was hard for me to stand still.
I'm praying next time that it tickles, because there's nothing ticklish about that right there. I mean, I literally almost jumped out.
Oh yeah.
Literally almost jumped out of the chair.
My tattoo artist was like,
I was ready to be. I was tapping out,
Really?
dude. I was like, this is some bullshit. I can't. How am I going to deal with this?
Oh, shit.
It was probably like hour number
how long
3.5.
into the session was it though?
4. No, because she started up here.
Oh, that's not too bad then.
Okay. She kind of started up here and then worked her way down, and so that's probably like, because it's about a 6 hours right here. 4, maybe 4.5. It's a pretty good size.
Oh yeah.
And it'll be sweet when it gets finished, because it's going to be like my whole front. Oh,
what
yeah,
part or what tattoo felt?
I legit
best?
liked it.
Did you ever have a tattoo?
My back.
This feels so
I actually
good.
really
It was,
enjoyed
like,
my back.
relaxing.
Like my shoulder blades
What
into
part of
the
the back?
middle part of like the lower trap. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, that's a good spot.
Yeah, I can see that. I think my favorite
On the
one
on the
was
back
this
side.
part, like the muscle right there.
Yeah. The trap right there.
No, like
That's what I'm saying. That spot right
on the
there
top.
is great. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind
That
it
shit
at all.
felt
It
so
felt
good.
like
I was like,
it felt like I was getting a
yeah,
a different,
that was fantastic.
intense massage.
Yeah. I think I was like, I'm into like biting and shit, so it kind of I was like, all right, this is turning me on a little bit.
You gotta give me a second.
You're gonna have to calm down. All right, give me a minute. Yeah, give me a second. If anyone's watching this, like actually watching it on YouTube, I'm aware that it's a brand tattoo from Berserk, and it's so cliche, but I have an entire leg sleeve of Berserk. Okay, so I redeemed
the
it
legs
myself.
suck, man.
It's not done yet, but it's
really? There. I haven't had my kneecap yet.
Bitch.
No, I haven't done my kneecap yet.
You were fine on the kneecap?
Oh, I'm sure
my
that
God,
is, dude.
fuck the kneecap. The back of the kneecap also hurts like a bitch.
Oh, dude, hands down, right here.
Yeah, the ditch. Those are probably the worst.
The
two
what?
spots. And like right by the nutsack, that part was pretty bad.
You're shitting me.
Right.
What
right
do you
next
have
to the
there?
Nutsack? Like in the inner thigh. No, that part hurts. And then like right just below your ass cheek,
What
that hurts
on
too.
earth? What do
It's
you
not
have next
that
to your
bad,
ball sack?
But it's
What made you say, you know what? I need a tattoo that says hope. Hope next to your ball sack. Hope.
no. It's
Peace.
no. I actually don't remember what the whole thing says. It's all over my leg.
Happiness.
So it goes like it's vertical
Happiness.
script, so it's like
Joy.
a bunch of it. No, it's not.
No, I don't even know what the hell it is.
Have you ever seen Berserk or read it or anything? Okay. Oh my God. It's an anime / manga, mainly a manga. I never recommend it to anybody unless they're into like brutal, gory shit.
What's the parameter? Like, is it close to like what? How
Like,
is
for
it way worse
instance-
than Attack on Titan?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
For instance, okay, the main character, he was born from his mother, obviously. She was hung from a tree in a noose, and he was just laying there in a pool of blood,
Interesting.
hanging by the umbilical cord.
Dear God.
That's probably
Okay, I don't-
one of the most mild parts.
That's wild.
That's how he
Wild?
was born. I don't recommend this to anybody. It's one of the best stories of all time. I still stand by that. The author died recently, so it's not going to get finished, which fucking sucks.
That's what. Yeah.
But
I've never been
still
I've never
amazing.
been much
Still
into
amazing,
anime.
but
Like I've never
I would
really
never
watched
recommend it
any
to people.
anime at all. And everyone gives me a hard time about it. Like, dude, you're such a what? You're like literally old man that doesn't know anything about anime. And I'm like, yes, of course I am. Listen, I didn't even I never had cable until I was like 25 years old. I mean, it's like I couldn't afford it. So how was I going to get?
I
God,
haven't even had cable since I was like 14.
Anyway, it's too expensive.
Fuck cable.
Yeah,
It's too
exactly. Get it
expensive.
out of here. You don't
You're
need
like,
it.
I couldn't afford it.
Anyway,
I'm like,
so the
I
whole
don't want
anime
to
thing,
afford
I
it.
never
Fuck
really got
cable.
into, and then I started watching. Then I was like, all right, we did a poll on what anime I need to start on. I tried Cowboy Bebop, which was the one that was like, you gotta watch it. That's the first one you gotta watch. It's like
Trash.
intro to anime.
Trash.
I couldn't watch it. I thought it. I watched 5 episodes. I gave it 5 episodes,
trash.
and I was like, I'm tapped out.
Yeah, because it's trash.
I tapped out.
That's a lot. Yeah, I would say give any anime 3 episodes. If it's not good if you're not attached after 3 episodes, it's probably not going to work. There's
Right.
probably some exceptions if the anime is like 1,000 episodes long, but for the most part, general
Fair
rule
enough.
of thumb, if it's not good after 3 episodes, it's not worth it. As an intro to
Golden
anime,
Boy.
I recommend
Okay.
Golden Boy. That's the one Golden Boy. It's like 8 episodes. It's short. It's fucking hilarious. It's obscene.
Okay.
It's
how do you
hard to
watch it?
explain.
Is this on?
It's
Oh well. Okay.
it's all on YouTube. It's on YouTube for free.
English dub. Got it.
Oh, you have to watch it in English dub though. I know everyone says
Right.
everyone's like, "Oh, you have to watch every anime in Japanese subtitle or English subtitles and it has to be," which I agree with 99.999% of the time, except for Golden Boy. because
It's so
the
good.
voice actor for Golden is the best voice actor I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
Ever.
All right, you've sold me.
Ever. And it's like
You sold me.
It's so hard. It's so hard to say otherwise. It's fucking amazing. Is it 6 episodes? Maybe it's only 6 episodes. It's like it's nothing. It's a fucking hilarious. And you may have seen a couple clips from it. Hold on.
Okay, perfect.
All right, here I'll message you one of them. Oh jeez. It's one of the ones that is just, I think it's from episode like 4 or something, but that's one that a lot of people have seen. And then, is this the whole thing? This might be the whole thing. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So the next one I just messaged you is episode 1 through 6.
Oh, easy.
2 hours, 17 minutes for all 6 episodes.
That's easy there.
Yeah. It's like a movie, but it's the whole anime. But every single episode is its own individual story. It's just about this guy that is really, really smart. He picks up on things super fast. He's a big pervert. And every single girl in the anime has just massive tits. And they all hate him because he's a pervert. But he ends up doing something super fancy or really, really cool.
Wow.
And
Fair enough.
Turns out that all these girls end up loving him in the end. It's the dumbest shit ever, but it is so funny. For no reason whatsoever. It's hard to explain.
That's cool.
But it's
I
such
love
a good
it.
intro to anime because it's short. It's one episode.
That's what I'm
one
in.
Episode
I'm in
explains
on
the entire anime.
I don't want to have to think a lot either. You know, I want to just like sit back. I do enough thinking day to day. I need to just sit back and watch something and relax for a minute. But I can tell you this, man. Attack on Titan, I'm in. I'm in it. Where...
What part are you at?
I don't know. Does it matter if we spoil anything? No, I'm not. I'm not up
to. Depends on where you're at. Are you?
No, I'm not up to
current?
speed. I'm not up to the new stuff
that's usually
or the newest. No, I'm just watching the anime.
Do you read the manga or are you just watching the anime? Oh, well then, yeah, you can say whatever. It's not a spoil. If you're not current, if you're current on the manga, then probably not say anything because that's big spoilers for people.
Oh my god,
so you're fine.
I just lost his name. The main dude. He just got carried off. He just got carried off to the big ass dude, the big ass Titans. Yes.
So it was after the Beast Titan,
and I guess they just picked his ass up, and they carried him. They're carrying him off, and I don't know.
Yeah. And they're going back. Okay, so this is when it gets super political. Yeah. It takes a fucking weird ass turn.
Okay.
It's still Attack on Titan-y, for sure. You still have the Titans. There's still like some bloody shit. There's still some fucked up shit. But it gets.
I would not have expected that.
And it's really interesting. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, the anime is so bizarre.
I was just like, what?
That I'm just like, I've got to figure out what the heck is happening.
Yeah. You'll find out. Right.
Dude, we're about to get done. Whenever we get done with this, it's like it's almost 1 a.m, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna have to go watch this shit now. I'm gonna be up all night. You got me all jazzed about it. I'm about to finally find out what the hell is actually going on.
Yeah. I'm not even current.
Man, I've heard good things.
I'm close.
Heard good things about it.
Not.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Do you like RPGs?
I'm hooked on Elden Ring
like
right now.
MMOs or anything. If you like RPGs,
Overlord.
you will like
I feel like
Overlord.
I've played that. Is that where you're like a goblin?
Overlord.
No, I'm thinking of like Styx. Maybe.
No, there's no game for it. Overlord is crazy. It's not a manga, it's a light novel. but it's, if you
Yeah,
read the
absolutely.
light
I'd
novels,
rather
I
not.
listen to the audiobooks because fuck reading, right? But yeah, I've also watched the anime and stuff. But it's so in depth as far as like an RPG goes. Like it's one of those immersion MMOs like you see with, oh, I guess you don't know many animes, but like you put on this headset and it just throws you into the game or whatever, and then the game is about to, close down, but this guy's like, okay, I'll wait for the servers to shut down. Then the servers shut down and he's still in the game, and then he can't get out of the game. And so he's just stuck in this world,
Interesting.
and it's a different world than the game was. And he's just this really powerful sorcerer, and he has like, if you look at any of the light novel stuff, they go over, okay, you have 100 levels and you can distribute stats. There's classes, subclasses, and it's all over the place. And they're like, oh yeah, not one character is almost never like another character. There's all these different types of items, and it's super, super in-depth if you want to get that in-depth to it.
Yeah.
Or if you just want to have like the experience of an RPG. All these NPCs that were in his castle, or in whatever you want to call it, they end up like coming to life, and they have real personalities based on the people who coded them. Because when you make an NPC, you can make them have their own personality and design their costumes, and like it's crazy how this thing is all put together. But it's really, really cool, and it's very well made.
Okay.
So if you like
Taking
RPGs, I
notes.
highly recommend that one. If you like really weird artwork and stuff that you probably will be like, what the fuck is going on? You might like Dora Hedoro. I really like that anime. I like the manga too. That one might be too weird for
I'm a
somebody
rookie when it
an
comes to
intro
this
to
stuff.
anime person.
I kind of,
It probably
I
is
kind of
weird.
want to watch Dragon Ball Z
The
too.
artwork is fire.
Dragon Ball Bridge.
Ooh, watch Dragon Ball Abridged. Yeah,
Is
I guess
that
you
like
have to watch Dragon Ball
like
Z
a parody?
too. Well, there's Dragon Ball Z Kai, or Dragon Ball Kai. That's what you'll want to watch, because Dragon Ball Kai is basically Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
They cut out all the bullshit.
No, I heard
so
that.
it's very, very, very good. It gets to the point. But it doesn't cut out things that are important.
Dragon Ball Kai.
It's really, really good. So I highly recommend watching Kai. But
Okay.
after you watch that, you have to watch Dragon Ball Bridge, because that shit is super funny. That shit is funny. Every time I watch that, I just die laughing. It's so good. It is so good, because the English voice actors for Dragon Ball Bridge sound
they just
almost
crushed it.
identical to the English voice actors in Dragon Ball Z. And that's what makes it so good. That's what makes it so good. It's so fucking hilarious. He gets on a spaceship because some guy is trying to give him a spaceship so he can fly to this other planet to save it. And he's like, "Oh, where's the muffin button?" He's like, I didn't put in a muffin button." He's like, "Oh, but I wanted a muffin. How am I supposed to get muffins?" He's like, "What?" He's like, "Why do you want? What are you talking about?" And so he's like, "All right, I'll be right back. Do not press this button. This button turns it on. Do not press this right here. Do not press this button." He walks out, and of course, first thing he does, press the button. And then, he calls him, and it's just like a video thing. And he's in the spaceship, and he's eating a muffin. And the guy's like,
Muffin button.
"Where did you get that muffin?" He's like, "Muffin button." He's like, "But I didn't have a muffin button." "Then where did I get
Just like
this
wild
muffin?"
shit.
It's just like, what the fuck? It's some of the funniest shit ever.
That's
for
pretty good.
absolutely no reason. You're like, what, a muffin button? I don't know. It's
Oh,
the
man.
dumbest shit.
Yeah, there's
ever. I don't know.
the anime world is a whole nother thing that I feel like, yeah, it's something that I am not used to at all.
It's completely different.
No,
world.
I mean, I've never watched Pokemon. I never watched Dragon Ball Z. I never watched any. I didn't watch like, even like the Power Rangers. I know that's not anime. But it's, even there's like all that type of stuff, even stuff that's like intro to anime. I never watched any of that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, intro to anime is probably Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z.
I just never watched it. It never was like, it never was a thing.
But
I don't know. It's just, it's really, because even when I was a kid, I never played Pokemon. We actually played Magic. And that was back when, everybody thought Magic was the devil. And I'm 35.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 35. I'm an old man.
Oh, shit. Is that how
86?
old I am? Am I 35
You born
now?
86?
I think I'm 30.
Okay. Oh, damn. So I'm
87.
Yeah, I'm in August.
I'm 87.
So I'm older
But
than
my
you.
birthday's in January. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There you go, man.
So I just turned 35 a little bit ago.
I don't either.
5 months ago.
It's irrelevant.
I never
And
remember how old I am.
I just don't
It's
even
just
think
so
about it
irrelevant to me. Yeah. I was so young when Pokemon came out. How
Well,
did you
I mean,
play
the thing
Magic
is
at that?
we didn't.
How the fuck did you afford Magic?
So we stole. Yeah.
You're like,
No,
stole 'em.
Magic was not expensive. It was the same. It was the same price as like baseball cards. So anytime that I'd buy baseball cards, oh dude, I loved baseball cards,
Dude,
man.
I was big on basketball.
Freaking had a
cards
shit
back
ton
in
of
the
them.
day.
You hate baseball?
I hated
Damn, dude.
baseball.
That's where you lost me right there,
Yeah,
dude.
I'm a basketball
It's
person.
not.
Dude, baseball sucks. Baseball's boring as fuck. It's so boring. It's only good if you're at the stadium watching and you're with more than one friend.
I can totally understand that. I can totally. I mean, I played it.
But that might be a little bit different because for me, I can have fun doing anything.
That's fair.
As long as I'm with good people. Like if I hate doing something, I'm like, man,
let's do it.
I don't
Yeah,
want to do that. But there's like 5 of my friends that are going.
It'll
I'm
be
like,
fun.
fuck yeah, let's go. Like I'll be
And it
super
is
excited.
fun.
I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, hell yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be great. I'll have the greatest time. It doesn't matter what it is because I know that if at least one person wants to go and they're passionate about it,
Oh yeah,
you
definitely.
can attach yourself to that passion. And you can feed off of that like positivity and that excitement and that fun. And once you do that and your other friends do that, like obviously you have to surround yourself with friends that do that because nobody wants to hang out with like fucking negative loser friends all the time, right?
Absolutely.
So, having fun people to hang out with.
I love
super
baseball.
important.
I mean, it's like, but I played it forever.
But
I was good at it, recruited, all of the whole shebang. So that was like my life for a lot of years. What in the shit is that?
have you played slosh ball though? It's kickball.
Love
but
kickball.
with beer. Did you ever play kickball?
Dude, have you ever played kickball?
Dude, kickball's the
with
shit. Okay.
on slip and
I'll play the
slides?
fuck out of kickball. No. But let me tell you about
Okay,
slosh ball
slosh
first.
ball.
Okay. So,
Hit me.
dude, okay, so slosh ball. If you're in the outfield or if you're
Like a
anywhere,
nonstop.
everyone always has to have a beer in
Okay.
their hand.
Rules.
Okay, so if you're, yeah, you have to, 100%.
Okay.
There's a keg on second base, always. You have your beer. If you're kicking, you still have to have your beer. You kick it. You have to obviously run. If you get to second base, you have to chug your beer or finish your
Regardless.
beer and refill it.
Like, so
before
even
you
if you're
can ever go to third
if
base.
you're like, I'm done, I'm on second,
Regardless, doesn't matter.
I've got my double, I have to pound this beer, refill it before the next person gets up to kick the ball.
No, they can kick
What?
the ball. You can have like 10 people at second. But the first person that gets to
Okay,
second
so it's not
base,
like regular.
they have
okay.
to finish
Okay,
their
it's
beer
not like
and
regular
refill
baseball
their beer
rules.
before anyone pass. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, because you're forced to
Sure.
like, chug
Okay.
beers or finish beers, and obviously not everyone can chug a beer. You could probably make it into baseball rules to be a little bit more strict, but you're having fun. There's a lot of people.
Right.
Not everyone's super athletic, and you don't take it super seriously. So it's more lax, right? But if you're in the outfield and everything, you still have to have a beer. So if somebody kicks it and it's coming at
Oh
you,
my.
you have to catch it with like one
And you can't spill the beer, right?
because you have to hold your
Yeah,
beer.
yeah. You got to have beer in
You
it.
can't spill the beer. I mean, you can spill it kind of, but if you let go of your beer, or something, then
Dude, this
it's
sounds
not a catch.
incredible.
And you have to refill your beer.
How do we do this at TwitchCon? How do we do this at TwitchCon?
Yeah, it's so much fucking fun. It's so much fun. We would have to reserve a field at like
Oh
one
my
of the
God. Does
places
that not
they
sound
do
incredible?
softball or something. Just a park. That shit would be. It's so much fun. So usually you have a keg at home plate, and then you have a keg at second. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. It's
Well,
really
I mean,
fun.
it
It's
sounds
really
incredible,
fun,
but
it's
I mean, I
so
guess you probably couldn't
fucking
play very long.
stupid. Yeah, it's great. It's still 3 outs. No, you could play. I mean, depending on how many people you have. If you have 10 people on each team,
I'm just thinking, my God,
it's still 3 outs.
if I kick the shit out of this ball here,
I mean, it's not that bad.
I've got to chug 2 beers. It's 2 beers.
Yeah, if you're going for a home run or something, you gotta be like boom, and you can run while drinking. You can try to run, like drink a little bit while
Oh my
running.
gosh.
Once you get to second base, hopefully you're done, and then you could fill it. Or like what I do sometimes, if you kick it and you get it really far, you can chug it and then
Wow.
you can run
Okay.
really fast to get
Strats.
to second base,
Slosh
and then fill
ball.
it, and then chug it again, and then go.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it depends on what you do. Yeah. And then there's people when they go to catch the ball, they'll
okay.
put the cup in their mouth and then try to catch it with their hands, like out here. So there's like depending
Wow.
on what you want to do.
That's so
But you
funny.
have to
So
be
it's like
holding
if
it, you can't, like,
so
set
it's
it
regular
down
like
and try to
kickball
catch
rules.
it
So
or
if you
something
like
like that.
throw it at the person and you hit them, they're out. Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm all in on this. I'm freaking
Yes.
all in on this. I got to figure out a way to play this.
It's lit. Yeah,
How do we
it's
how
so
do, how
much
do how do we stream and play
It's
this?
so much fun.
Sounds amazing.
fun. It's so much fun.
That would be hard
Oh
as
my
shit.
God, that would be so much
It would
fun.
be fun.
It would be hard. It would
Yeah.
be fun though. I'd be
Sign
all
me
about
up for
it.
that.
I'd be all about it.
But yeah, have you ever played kickball with slip
Hell
and
yeah.
slides? Yes. It is the biggest
Like going to
cluster
each
cuss
base?
of all time because it is baby oiled to the max. It is an absolute struggle to do anything. No, you're trying to run.
You have to slide,
Yes.
right? Or are you trying to run?
You are trying to run on a slip and slide
No.
with baby oil all over it.
no.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's A plus.
No.
Man. It is the
No.
best content you'll ever see in your
No.
life. You just Google it. Just go. Well, I mean,
Yeah. if you're
there's
trying to
people
die,
that
I would
literally
need-
crawl
I would need a helmet.
because it's like I can't do this. Especially if you've had a couple of drinks. Oh, well, see, that's the thing is if you can kind of get your
Can't run and
traction,
slide.
and then once you get going, you can use that momentum and you can slide all the way from your round. You can't even really round third.
So there's no.
I mean,
like,
you
ground
can
where
get
like,
off
2
of
good
the.
steps
You can get
and
off of
slide.
it, but it's kind of like you want to stay on it, but you have it. You have slip and slides, and not all slip and slides. Yeah, I mean, okay. There's been 2 ways that I've played
Yeah.
this, to where you can have it from like an actual 60 feet or 90 feet of slip and slide, depending on what size your field is, right? You have like legit from base to base slip and slide. Or you have a slip and slide that has, you know, it's shorter. So you have dirt, and then you have a slip and slide portion.
Yeah.
That you end up sliding into the base. Yeah. Yeah, there's both ways.
That goes
use both ways
all the way to the base. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But the problem is
that seems
it's
better.
way funnier if it's just nonstop slip and slide. Because even if somebody tries to go and get the ball,
that sounds super dangerous.
I mean, they're having to cross the base, the path a lot of the times of the slip and slide. So even the people in the field, some of them are pretty wide.
You just jump over.
You try to jump over those, and you can bust your ass, dude. It's so funny though. It's hilarious. I've watched it happen at a biker rally.
No.
Oh yeah. Nothing really ever happened. If you want to be honest, like no one ever really got out. Everyone just slid around and had a good time. Is really what it was. It's crazy. Yes.
Wait, so do you still watch baseball? Okay.
There's a lot.
So I hear about all of these unwritten rules of baseball. Like if you're already ahead.
No, that's not that. That's not. No, that's not necessarily the case.
Well, I've seen videos of it, and like the coach will get on. They're like, "Oh yeah, you know, we're sorry. I talked to him. It'll never happen again."
I mean, I don't know about that. It was probably had more to do with like stealing bases. Like an unwritten rule in baseball is if you've got like a 7-run lead, and it's in the top or the bottom of the 8th, and you're stealing bases, that is a scumbag Steve move.
Yeah.
Because you're already up 7 runs. I mean, statistically speaking, it is exceptionally low for you to be able to come back from a 7-0 deficit or a 7-run deficit. But what is stealing a base do?
So
it just rubs it in. Well, I mean, I suppose it boosts your stats, but they're not even going to try to throw you out at second. So if you're at first and you try to steal second, dude, they're just trying to get 3 outs and get out of this game. That's it. No, you can't just give up in Major League Baseball.
Because they can do that.
You can't just tap out.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
Exactly.
Well,
just get out of the game.
Out, then fucking deal.
And
with
we're trying to get the game over with.
Dick. If you're gonna stop being a bitch, if you're not even gonna try, then you deserve to get your ass kicked. I don't give a fuck. If you're not gonna try at all and you're getting paid millions of dollars, you don't deserve to have any type of courtesy. You can fuck the fuck off. I don't give a fuck, and this is why I hate baseball.
I'm talking about stealing bases. I'm not talking
dog
hits.
Shit rules. There's some, yeah. I don't care. That's bullshit rules. If you're trying, you should be trying. If you're playing and you have millions of dollars on your salary, you should be fucking trying. If you're not trying and you're getting paid millions of dollars, you're fucking fired. If I was a coach, get in here. I'm putting someone else out there.
Okay.
Fuck you. I'm trading
let me give you the little flip side of this.
You're not trying? Done. I'm done with you.
There's
like 500
There's some
games
truth
you
to
don't
that.
want to wear
There's actually a lot of truth to that.
That's the flip side.
A lot of truth to that. But no, the reason why it's such a taboo thing is because the game is already over. There's no need. Now if you're up 7 runs, the coach isn't like get up there and strike out. That's not what they're saying. They're saying you hit, but just don't take extra bases, because there are moments in a game that you are like that a team would be super aggressive on the bases, and that you might be able to get a couple of extra runs in, but you might also get hosed at the plate or whatever, or thrown out at the plate, or thrown out at third, whatever, thrown out at second. But the thing is that they're just trying to move the game along. And by you stealing bases and causing the game to go longer and run up the runs. Now, now there's a lot of games where the games are like, hey, it's 11-0, 12-0, whatever. That happens. But the problem with it is no one's trying to steal bases when you're up 7 runs. You shouldn't. You shouldn't try to steal bases. If you get hits and you run the score up, that's good for everybody. Good for everybody. Or it's not good for everybody, but it's not good against the opponent. But you see what I'm saying? There's a difference between stealing bases and then getting hits. The coach isn't saying don't hit a home run.
No.
Because in the pros, those guys, they try to hit home runs, but you have a small window to be able to hit a home run. I got to see this video you're talking about. Because I don't. Now, if some, and especially if it's, and this is also a thing.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of
them. So
if
you're up 7 runs, and like and the opponent hits you, that's bad for the opponent.
Apologize for hitting a grand slam because of unwritten
now that's
rules.
Dog shit. If your bases are loaded and the dude gets up there and hits a Jimmy Jack. No way. No, hold on.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, why would
this.
you not? Yeah, I just sent you a video. I literally just sent you a video. And that's one of them. That was an older one that I saw. Breaking the unwritten rule is dying a slow death. Which one is this? Hold on, I gotta go. Shit, I can't. Yeah. Ridicules his player for hitting a home run.
I am utterly baffled.
Yeah, this is the other one I saw. This one. Once I saw this shit, I was like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, the pitcher like wasn't even trying.
Okay, was he just trying to walk him?
It's like I don't know. But like what? Just fucking surrender. Just give up the game. Not in Major League Baseball.
You can't. I mean, not in Major League Baseball. Like you talking about a run rule?
There definitely is.
That's in like junior high and high school. Okay.
Yes. Once the 7th inning begins, the losing team
that
can
does
concede
not happen
at any
though.
point in Major League Baseball. Boom. Yeah, because they're a bunch of bitches. If you're going to complain about somebody hitting a home run, if you're going to complain about somebody stealing a base because it's dragging the game around, and you can't even just fucking give up at that point. If you're not even going to try, and then you're going to complain about dragging the game out, just fucking, it's like if you're playing Magic and there's a surrender button and somebody's sitting there just counterspelling your shit and you have 0 ways to win, they got rid of all of your win conditions, and they're just keeping you in the game because they haven't gotten their win condition, or they're winning by milling you out by infinitely tucking their own Teferi. And then you're getting mad because you haven't just surrendered the game. That's literally what this is. It's some stupid, petty bullshit. And then you're getting mad over it. It's like, dude, just surrender. If you're going to be a punk ass bitch, this isn't an unwritten rule. It's a you lost, you surrender. It's like, that's it. It's like if I was playing basketball, it was 4th quarter, I was ahead by 30 points, and now you're just not allowed to dunk at all anymore.
Okay, I'm watching this thing now.
To dunk. Like, what the fuck? Fuck that. Fuck.
Yeah, this is weird. This case right here seems a little bit.
That's some stupid.
Doesn't seem
shit.
Okay. Like I agree with you on this.
YouTube it. It's all over the place. YouTube it. I don't know why I saw it. It got recommended to me on YouTube randomly. I'm like, unwritten rule? What is this? And then I got like 3 videos for it. Like, this is another reason I hate baseball. There's another reason. and then everyone increasing their spin by like tenfold by using Ryzen. And they won't ban it.
Yeah, we gotta make the
like,
game interesting again. You
I
know,
don't really
I mean,
care.
if they really want to make baseball,
the game is never going to be interesting if people aren't going to try.
well, I
in
think
the
you
last
gotta also
3
think
innings,
that there's
it's never going to be interesting.
Even though it's in the rules that they could surrender, the home team would never want the game to surrender or end, because that's money that the team would not be making. And it's also money that, because all these games are televised. Why would you cut the game short? Because you're making hand over fist money. If you cut the game short, that's less money you're going to end up making on television and at the ballpark.
So you're going to complain about people dragging the game on?
Yes.
Okay, so you make money the longer the game is, but you're going to complain about the game going longer than it would. So you're going to get more money
Correct.
for the game dragging on, even longer than it normally would.
It would still be longer if you just
That
cut it
makes
at the end of the
literally
seventh
no sense.
and just be like, listen, we were going to tap out.
Yeah, it would be super short. But if somebody's like stealing bases and making it super long,
but
like
then you also have
long,
but there's also probably I don't know this,
right?
but I'm assuming that, you know, when you have a, because it's the same thing with like football or any other sport, a game is slotted for 3.5 hours or whatever the time is, like for television. You know, it's somewhere in there. Like in baseball or in football, they have extended time breaks from time to time to try to make the game the right amount of time for television. So it's like you can really disrupt that.
Yeah.
One way or the other. So I'm assuming that it has more to do. I don't know, but I'm assuming it has more to do with that type of stuff than it does with necessarily. But there is some unwritten rules.
That is possible, but with all the ESPN channels and shit, usually you don't go from game to game.
Well, I mean, in a lot of cases, it depends on where you're at too. Because like for us, where I'm at,
sometimes, sometimes it is. Yeah, but if the game's fucking over, if it's 12-0, nobody's gonna finish watching that game.
It's a ghost town.
How many people leave the stadium after it's 12-0? Like almost everybody. How many people stop? Yeah, how many people stop watching it after it's 12-0? The only people that are still watching are the people who already just left their TV on and already left.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? There's no logical rule to it. It's just people complaining and being.
It's pretty funny. Baseball is it's an interesting sport.
I don't agree with that.
I love it so much, and there's because of all the. Oh, it's intricate. There's so many details to the game that if you've never played it, there's so many like small things that make the game incredibly interesting. But if you don't know those things, that's true.
That's the same exact thing with anything at a high level.
There's so many little things that just make it.
Literally anything. Like beer at a high level. Distribution at a high level. Straws at a high level. You got to find out what kind of plastic. Is it recyclable? How do you actually recycle it?
Right.
What initial plastic is it from? Are you getting it from the ocean? Are you getting it from a specific state? Who processes it? Is the actual plant creating more pollution than it is from you taking the plastic out? Like anything can be intricate
and look,
at a high level.
There's someone out there that's interested in plastic.
There is. That doesn't make baseball interesting.
Those guys. That's
plastic
where we've gone
more
here.
interesting than baseball.
Plastic distribution and straws is more interesting than baseball.
And straws are more are more entertaining than baseball. That is the name of this podcast.
Nice. Nice.
Featuring BT.
Oh.
Coerce.
I didn't agree to this at all.
You're gonna be like, damn it, I didn't agree to this.
No.
I don't know. I guess that's my only gripe about baseball. Is the
Yeah,
the
and there's like
unwritten
some
rules.
written rules, like written.
rules.
I agree.
But yeah, let's just put everyone on
Juiced
drugs.
out of their
I want
mind.
my athletes to be
Absolutely. I mean, that was the height
Yeah,
of
I want
baseball
them to be like video
it's
game
ever
characters.
been. Absolutely, dude. Have everyone jump out
like
of the gym.
NBA Jam, come on.
They're doing backflips and shit. That game was so good, by the
Real.
way.
Off the rafters.
Why haven't they really done a really
it's so
good,
good.
remake of NBA
So
Jam?
good.
Because I feel like they tried.
I think they're
Then there was NBA Street,
Yeah, I think they're worried that
which was kind of like NBA
nowadays.
Jam. It was like a cross between College Slam.
Yeah.
What is that?
College Slam, I think, was probably my favorite. Ooh, NBA Jam was really good. Yeah, College Slam was really good. It was like NBA Jam, kind of, but not
Nice.
quite. And it was all college. I hate college sports, by the way. But that's for a completely different reason.
They're getting paid
because
now.
That's like
Or some of them, man.
labor. That's
Yeah,
fucking
at least in
ridiculous.
football. Yeah,
Are they
yeah. They allowed that to,
really?
and especially if
Nice.
like college players' names are on the back of their jersey in like
It's
the college
about
football games,
fucking time.
they get revenue for that. Yeah, they get portion.
And they're actually selling shit now. Oh, nice.
Oh, dude, it's
yeah,
been
it was
forever.
a long ass.
This
time
is
they
new.
Did not do that because I remember. Was it 10? Yeah, it was like 10 years ago, that range. There was somebody that went to ASU that was a really
It's probably
good
Cam
player. I
Newton.
don't remember his name because I don't really keep up with sports that much. Maybe, I don't know. He had a YouTube channel and his YouTube channel was popping off, but since the school owned his name, he
You're
couldn't
kidding.
have a YouTube channel unless he gave all of the revenue to the
Oh
school.
my, that's
Because it was in his
bad.
contract.
Yeah,
And then they don't pay the athletes. So he's like, okay, I can't
that's
make
insane.
money off
It
the
had to-
place that I was going to make money off.
that's what.
It's like,
Yeah, that's
Like-
wild. I had to be
like
Cam
they
Newton.
own your likeness
Had to be.
and you're fucked.
Because he's been the last like.
It may
Well,
be.
no,
It
that's
might have
not
been.
that was never mind. I'm an idiot. That was Auburn. He was in Auburn. Never mind. I take it back. You said ASU, Arizona State. Okay, my bad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's just been a few good people, and I don't remember if it was basketball
Intriguing.
or football. It was one of the
I,
two.
don't- I,
But yeah, I was like, what
It-
the fuck
yeah,
is that? And
it's-
then I found out that they just don't pay anybody. I'm like, seriously? You're going to have an exclusivity contract and then you're also not going to pay the guy?
yeah,
I mean, they get free tuition.
yeah, free tuition,
But they
and a lot of
don't
the
always get
cases, it's
full
not
ride.
even room and board. It's like, hey, we'll give you your tuition, but you got to pay for your food
Yeah,
and
it's
this.
just
But we're not
tuition.
going to give you any
Yeah.
amount of money to pay for any of that. You got to just figure it out. And as an athlete, you're not able to work.
Yeah, it's
You can't be a full time student and do college athletics and have a job. There's not enough hours. Yeah, you can't have a job. So how do you pay for this shit?
that's true. They prevent you from having a job.
I think that's been the
forgot about
biggest
that.
complaint for a lot of years.
Yeah. For a
Yeah, it's
long
bad.
time. Yeah,
It's
I was.
bad.
Yeah, once I heard that, I was like, all right, fuck college sports. And I just never.
But I think
I
at
just
least
never
in
supported
football,
after that. I'll never
and
watch a game. I'll never do
I
anything.
think it's football that they have it D1. I think it has to be D1, and what's that?
well, D1
Division
isn't
one?
college. D1 isn't college. Yeah.
No, that's
Isn't Division
like
one
the
after
level
college?
of school
Am I crazy?
that it is. Because you have like D1, which is like your like ASU, ASU is D1, and then you have like D2, and then D3,
Yeah.
and then you have like NAIA and other colleges. Like I don't. There's probably some. Then there's like some other stuff. It's like size. It's like size of the college, I believe. I think it has more to do with the size.
Because I thought if you graduated college but you didn't make it to the draft or you didn't get drafted, you could still play.
What
on like
sport
a
are you
D1
talking
team.
about?
Like there was leagues, but they were D1 teams.
Because each sport has something different. Oh, so you're
I was
the
thinking
D
more
League
basketball.
in basketball.
But I
There's
thought
a
it was
D
universal.
League, which is it's like right before you make it to the pros. It's like you get drafted. Yeah, it's right. It's the D League. It's still the NBA.
Yeah, right. It's before.
It's kind of like baseball's farm system, but they only have one place. No, you're right.
Yeah,
it's not called D1. It's just called the D
NBA, like
League.
you can get drafted from D1.
Yep.
I could have sworn it was D. Okay, maybe
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know what I'm talking about. All right. Well, it was close. Yeah, you're probably correct since you pay attention more than I do. It's been a long ass time. I also don't care about anything else outside of actual NBA, and it's been a long time. I don't know anybody that watches sports, so I don't pay attention to it anymore. I used to watch UFC a whole bunch with my friend, but then the pandemic happened.
Man, UFC was great for
anymore, so
a period of life.
UFC
I loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun. And then I don't know what happened. It just kind of fell off my hobby list. I think that's what's really helped getting older.
Yeah.
My hobby list has decreased, and that's been healthy. I feel healthy that I don't have all these random ass hobbies that I would used to do. Where I was filled with always doing something or thinking about 15 other things. I like having minimal hobbies. Now I don't have any hobbies really. I just basically work and stream. That is my hobby.
Yeah. I was going to say, because most people don't have hobbies, and that's why they become really unhappy. That's why the suicide rate or the attempted suicide rate is really, really high among rich people. It's because they just don't have hobbies. They were working so hard and so many hours for so many
they forgot about what it is to have fun.
They just have nothing. They don't know what to do. And no matter what they do,
that's
they're
irrelevant.
Like private jet flying around. They're like, this isn't. Yeah, they're like, I don't care. What does this do for me? I get from point A to point B. Whoop-de-doo. Who the fuck cares? Yeah, it's in a private just so I have a nice seat. It's like, okay. I get there faster than other people. It's like, who the fuck cares? Like, it's cool the first time. It may be cool the second time, but after that, it's just like, unless you're flying it, then it's kind of cool because then it's a hobby. You're like, oh, I get to fly planes. That type of, then it's a bit different because then it's a hobby. Then you have to get your pilot license and then you have to practice and do all that shit. But that's different. And then you found a hobby, but people just don't find stuff, and then they don't know how to find.
Totally
agree. Because they haven't tried in 30 years.
But it's weird because I've kind of like meshed, you as people that are streaming and that are trying to like make that a full-time gig or whatever. It's like you get to do your hobby, and you get to be creative, and you get to have a blast and interact with tons of different people. And I feel like you have to enjoy all of those things, but then all of those things together, it's like the perfect storm. I love it.
Yeah, it really is. I like it a lot. Yeah. I like content creation in general. I don't even know if it's just streaming. I do like streaming, but I also like doing YouTube content, but I don't know. There's so many other things I want to do. Like I almost want to go full-time content creation.
Yeah.
But I really 100%. Like my day job. My day job pays way more. also at the same time, like my whole plan was to not quit my day job until I retired. Because again, I just really love my day job. I have no plans on quitting until I retire. And then after I retire, it was just going to be streaming for my extra money. I'll have my retirement fund. That'll cover my bills or whatever. And then all my extra money is just going to be from streaming. And then YouTube or whatever else. But I have no plans. But it would be cool to have more time to do stuff. But yeah, I don't know. That's weird. What about you? Do you have any actual
that's
goals for streaming?
top priority, right? Growing
Outside
it
of
back.
growing your beard back?
And man. I would love to do this full time just because I enjoy it so much. I have a blast every time I hit the go live. I feel like I'm in this moment of zen. I just love it. It's so there's so much unknown that I just love it. I eat it up. And so it's that like content creation is really fun. Like I enjoy doing the YouTube stuff. But I've never really done it properly, I don't think. So I'm still trying to but I'm really, really new to that. Yeah. Yeah, I know I feel like that would make life a lot easier, but I just talked to a guy today. I had one other guy that was doing it, and he's taking a little bit of a break. And so I'm going to reach out to this other guy and see if he is interested. And he already got back with me and said he is. So we're trying to figure that stuff out, which that'll make life a lot easier too. But there's so many different areas. Like, have you messed around with Hover at all?
Yeah.
Oh man. You never heard of Hover?
Never heard of it.
A lot of Magic the Gathering streamers have never heard about this.
No.
Jaffer and I were talking about it the other night. Like he and I talked him into making one, and he made one. He made an account. But just look up Hover. It's kind of a weird link. Okay, let me.
I don't.
Yeah.
There's like 5,000 hovers.
Hover.gg.
Hoverboard. Hover.gg, hover.to, hover.com.
Oh crap!
There's 5,000. I don't know. That's so generic.
No, it's not a streaming site. It's kind of like TikTok, but it's only for video games.
Is that what you're talking about?
It's like content creators, just like on Twitch or YouTube or any kind of gaming clip site. That's what it is, and it's pretty new. I mean, it's new, but it's also been around for a little while too. But it's just it's a unique. It's like TikTok, but just for gamers. It's something to think about. But I haven't fully tapped into that either. The problem is time. There's just not enough time. I feel like you have to be a full-time streamer, like a full-time content creator, to really be able to tap into all these different markets. But you have to reach to a certain level before you're even able to go full-time content creator, right? And then I feel like right now there's never been a greater avenue for content creation. There's so many different areas to put content in.
When was this? Yeah, yeah. So 370, 330, 370, 370, 400, 300, 1,000. So the only one that has edits on it is the only one that
what do you mean?
Decent amount of views. I'm on Hover right now. I'm looking at.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at some of the videos here. And they're most of them are just like clips from a game, but none of them actually have any editing.
The ones that do
clip.
really well are ones that have all been
There's
edited.
zero effort put into it.
Yeah. I know. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little sleepy.
Yeah, I know. That's why I just said.
Yes, but yeah, you don't have to, because like even a lot of the videos that I have are unedited. They're just like clips. that I just uploaded.
I like
Yes.
that's widescreen
Well,
instead
no,
of phone
no,
screen.
it's
Is it a
it's not.
mobile
There
app
is a
too?
mobile app, yes, and it's better off. It's way better on your phone than it is in browser. But I don't think it was necessarily designed strictly for mobile,
Huh.
but it's way better on mobile. Yes. It's something to think about.
Interesting.
There's not
There's no OAuth.
there's not a
Lame.
lot of Magic the Gathering content creators that are using it. I can tell you that.
Are there any?
I don't even know if it's as a registered game. Let me look.
I can't tell. I can't. Yeah, I can't even tell. I don't have an account. And it doesn't let me look for anything.
Right?
And when I don't log in, it sends me back to the Google search.
Let me search.
It kicks me out. All right, this site. And they don't have OAuth. How dare they?
Yeah, it's on there now.
Nowhere. They've nowhere. Rage.
Let me see who's on there.
Anyone post anything?
There's some unboxings that I see.
You fat the
Whoa.
Naturally.
I don't know who's this person. It's got 112.
Whoa.
There's not a lot of views on these videos.
I have no idea. I can't even tell how many.
The
views
bottom,
they
the
have. I
number
just see
in the bottom
likes.
right of each video is the number of like plays it's had.
I don't see that.
Yeah, I don't think there's any large content creators on here.
Yeah, I don't see that.
I mean, I'll tell you this, Magic the Gathering
How
wasn't
new
even
is
on
it?
there as a game listed 2 months ago. I mean, I've got probably like,
done anything with it?
15, 20 clips on there that I had. Yeah, I mean, there's been people that's popped
Dang.
into the stream
Have you
that has checked it out. It's been like, oh, I saw you on Hover.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I don't know.
Damn.
It's worth it, man.
Hey, if there is
worth it.
one, it's worth it. All you need is one. If there's one person, there's one thing that I will say. A lot of stuff when it comes to streaming and content creation comes down to luck. That's one thing everyone says. They're like, oh, you just got lucky. You just got lucky. Which is correct a lot of the time. However, you need to put your content
Yep.
on every platform to increase your luck chances. If you buy one lottery ticket, your luck
Definitely.
is lower than if you buy
100%.
100 lottery tickets. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
If that doesn't make sense,
God, I
then
couldn't,
just
I
stop
could not.
making content.
And I think that's what a lot of people don't fully get that. But I think a lot of people that are doing content creation, they have no idea how much work that goes
I
into it.
know.
And it is a labor of love. You are not going to make
Yeah.
the money that you think you're going to make
Oh,
for the
yeah.
time that you invest in that. Because we're making pennies for content creation.
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh yeah, pennies. Especially the
hour.
first year of streaming,
If
the
that.
first 6 months of streaming,
Yeah.
dude. You just might as well just. I mean, you're going to get your Twitch primes from your friends and family, and you gotta just get ready for that for a while.
Yeah. I still don't think.
Like
I'm
overall,
positive.
like
I
how
think
much
I'm
you've made
still
on
super
stream
negative.
versus what you've invested.
Yeah.
You still think you're in the negative?
Yeah. Like by a lot. Oh yeah. By like
Really?
a shit ton.
I don't think I am
Are you
now.
not?
After last month,
Oh yeah. Huh.
I don't have an editor though.
Interesting. Yeah, my editor takes a lot of my money. Cause I have him on a salary, and then he gets all of the revenue on YouTube until he passes his salary, and then I get the extra.
Oh Lord.
So I get basically nothing off of YouTube right now, and I haven't for like a year. I get almost nothing because YouTube is really, really slow for the most part. We started to get more, but then the whole Russia thing happened. So for 2 months, we didn't really have any content. That was shitty. We were starting to grow we were starting to grow faster.
Yeah.
Or more, or we were getting more income and revenue from the ads and stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna take it's gonna take some extra time to get it flowing back. You got to ride the wave.
So yeah. So hopefully the YouTube gods, or Explorer. I'll just have to play more Explorer, and hopefully the Explorer format kind of kicks it up a bit. Or since I'm doing Fucked Up Friday, but doing a lot more.
I think that'll be good, man.
React
I think that'll be good. There's
stuff. Maybe
that's a whole nother crowd, completely different crowd in that world. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I gotta start a fourth YouTube channel.
You can be like Tim the Tap Man, and he really does have like 15 YouTube channels.
Yeah. Well, I have my Magic gameplay, the top 10s, the VODs.
Man, I've never put my VODs up on
like
YouTube.
A React content thing. I just recently started, so I don't really have any data from it. But
yeah, you
need 1,000 subs.
That's been the hardest part for me is like getting people to hit that mother subscribe button. But yeah, damn right. Yeah, please.
It's pretty hard. Please, so hit that sub button.
Begging you.
If you haven't already. If you're still here, holy shit, like 5 hours in, I don't know. No, but what I wanted to do with the VOD channel, this is really interesting because I don't think anyone's done this. So I have the gameplay channel, right? And it'll have, various games, usually kind of cherry picked. But, I have the deck tech, I have the games, and then I have the stats at the end. So I want to have a part where it says, if you want to see the full VOD with these games, you can click on the card. You click on that card, and it sends you over to the VOD channel that has all of those games.
Right. No edits or
so
nothing. It's just boom, there it is.
You can actually see the VOD with all of the games, unedited. Yes. And it also takes you to a different YouTube channel, so you can subscribe to that YouTube channel as well. And then it has all the timestamps in there on top of that.
Yeah.
So you'd be able
That's probably pretty smart.
Skip around if you want. Yeah. So it's rough. But then also on the VOD channel, if you're like, hey, if you want the actual edited version of this particular deck, you can click on the card. Click on that card, it'll send you to the video on the other channel, and you can see the edited version with the deck tech and the stats and stuff like that. So if you have them reference each other.
Yeah, hopefully you can get double traction out of each video.
Should help.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's worth a shot. Like, what's the worst that could happen? It doesn't work, and you're like, okay, it didn't work.
Yeah, it's extra time.
Yeah,
but
because your second.
We'll see.
How close are you to monetizing on your second one?
I think we just hit 500. So we just recently got the community tab on that one, which is nice. Because the community tab doesn't open up until 500 subs. We were really close, and then, the 2-month break. But now we're at 500 subs. I thought about, I don't know if I'm actually going to do this, but I thought about having some of the bigger streamers, if I have them featured in the top 10s, I thought about paying them to play it on stream. And then just having them, put the link in chat and having them ask people to subscribe if they like the video. I haven't decided if I want to do that, and I have no idea how much it will cost. I think if I got a big person to do it, it would
Yeah,
cost
because you
probably
got to
like
figure out, man.
$200,
Okay,
and
I
I
got to
don't know if that's worth
Yeah,
it
it depends
yet.
on what you get too.
I would need. Yeah, I would need a lot. I would need a lot more subs to begin with, but getting that channel to be monetized, I don't know.
Yeah, anytime you can
Could be
monetize is
good.
going to be good, right?
I mean, it's
But
obviously going to be good.
then again,
But-
see, I don't
'cause-
think my VODs would even work because I have the music aspect separated so that I don't get hit with copyright.
What do you mean?
I always have
Yeah.
music playing.
Oh, do you? So if you always have music playing,
What do you mean?
do
Do
you
I?
like? Do you sing to the music or something? Yeah. Or does your stream revolve around any of the music?
Well,
'Cause if the music isn't
it
on
helps.
the VOD,
I will
then
say this: is
if you
that
upload
the
VOD, it
flow?
doesn't matter.
If you watch my stream with the music, there's a certain like vibe and flow to it. Everything just kind of like works, right? And then if you take the music away,
Mm-hmm.
that vibe
Yeah,
is way different.
it's completely different. It's definitely harder, and that's one thing that who was it? The guy that owns Tempo Storm.
I have no idea.
What's his name? Oh my god, it's Tempo Storm owner. Wait, that's not who I was thinking of. I don't remember who it was. Raynad, yes. Raynad. Yeah, his name is Raynad. Yeah, it was it. So Raynad, he's like an OG streamer, but he owns Tempo Storm now, which is an esports team. And one of the videos I watched of him, he said, never play music on your stream, ever. He said the reason is because regardless of what you think about your music, there's people who will come into your stream and they may not like your music. They may like you, but they may not like your music. And so they will leave your stream if they don't like your music. There are some people that will come to your stream just because they like your music, but not necessarily because of you. But if it gets to the point where people start doing DMCA and copyright like they did on YouTube, and this was like 8 years ago when the whole first big thing happened on YouTube, and he was talking about this. He was like ahead of his time by a decade almost. Probably was like a decade. It was like 2012, I think. He said, don't play music because everyone's just gonna get fucked. And then he said, a lot of people who play music rely on the music, and that's not good
That's
for
true
your
too.
overall growth as a streamer in general. Because if you rely on music, that's definitely not good. So I've tried to avoid that by not playing music. It's really fucking hard because that's how I know that I'm not a good streamer yet. Is because if I had music, I know my stream would be much better. However, I need it to be to that much better area
That's fair.
without the music. Because if one person left my stream because of my
Sure.
music, that's one person I could have had a prime from.
Yeah.
Of anything. It could have been a whale.
That's
It could
fair.
have been an oiler. I don't know. It could have been anything. But yeah, and then the whole DMCA thing.
Yep.
If you get DMCA, you can still get DMCA live. It's relatively easy. There's apps that do it.
Yeah. That it is. It is tough.
Yeah,
it
it's
is
fucking
tough.
brutal. So, I don't know.
For
It
me
makes it
though,
so
it's
much
like
harder.
it's like helpful for me to be me, I
Well,
guess, because it's like, it's just but that makes
I
100%
100%
sense
understand.
on like, if you don't have the music, are you still able to do what you do? without it? Like that's a good question. I might try that. I might just try not doing it one day and see what happens.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just I've noticed that it's just hard, but the thing is, if I have music, if I can constantly hear it, like if I can hear it at a decent
I've heard
level,
you talk about this
way
before.
too into the music, which is both good and bad. I get way too into the music. It's so not because I'm such a music head. If I get into the music, I'm just like it's bad. It's bad. I won't ignore stream, but I'll fucking go crazy with the music. And then if the VOD it had no music, I would just be like,
"What is he doing?" Oh, there's so many moments like that people have clipped because they know that there's no music in that clip, and it's like me twerking on over here in the corner, and there's no music, so there's zero context. That's right, man. Hey,
wait,
every
you
once
twerk?
and again,
All right, twerk it.
Somebody will drop something silly, and I'll get up and get a little twerk. That's what I said. I said, hey.
Wait,
well, that's literally
what
somebody
does somebody
came to the
have to
stream
do to get
one
you to
random
twerk?
ass time, and was like, hey, what's it going to cost me to get you to twerk? Just like, and it was the first time chatter, What's that?
What's your stream
What do you
again?
mean, what's my stream again?
What's your stream again?
What, Bearded Beer Time?
What's the URL?
So it's a Bearded Beer Time, yeah.
Yeah,
Bearded
twitch.tv/BeardedBeerTime,
right there.
right?
Twerk.
Yeah. Twitch.tv/BeardedBeerTime. Go over there.
King, twerk,
Link
twerk.
your Twitch Prime. Use
All
your
that.
Prime. Use your Prime.
So when I just like spit off a number, I was like 50
Wait,
subs.
so what did it cost? What did it
And then
cost
one of my buddies dropped 50 subs right at this spot, and I was like, "You son of a bitch!" It's happened. Yeah, dude.
Damn, how'd I know I could get 50 subs for that? I twerk all the
pay me.
time. Actual horseshit.
You gotta pay up. You gotta pay up. Man.
Yeah. All right. Well, I've kept you for way too long. This is
4. We're
been
coming
like
up on
3
4, my friend.
hours. 4 hours. It's been 4 hours. All right. Yeah.
Oh,
no,
it's been great.
4. Okay.
No, it's been
Yes, I've kept
fantastic.
you
I
way
love
too
it.
long. I've had
I
a
could
blast,
keep going.
though. Yeah.
But it's great though.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I had a blast. This was great.
I do. Do you really? I still have to record.
I think
now.
I have to do some recording before my editor kills me. Yeah, I recorded the deck tech and everything for tomorrow's video. I don't know. Yeah, and then I have to record the stuff for this podcast.
Yeah,
and then
we'll probably
he's
have to
gonna
cut.
be
He'll probably have to
pissed
cut
that
this down now,
4
isn't
hours. Because now he has,
Sure.
No, we're not. We'll cut out like the break where we went to the bathroom and shit. But outside of that, he doesn't
Nice.
really edit down the podcast.
Okay. Well, it's
too
just
much,
gonna be a
if
long
at
one then,
all.
huh?
So, yeah, he'll just be like, God damn it.
That's funny.
Yeah, he will not be.
That's
happy
right.
about
You're
that.
paying him that.
Deal
good,
with it, certified. True.
Well, thanks so much for having me, man. I appreciate you.
Cool. Well, yeah. Why don't you? No, thanks
Yes.
for coming on. I appreciate you. Why
You
don't you
can
let
find
everyone
me
know
on
once again how to
Twitch
find you and what you
At
do?
Bearded Beer Time, Twitch, and then you can also find me on my social medias, aka Twitter, Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hover. Oh my God! You pitched. You. I forgot about Hover, and I'm over here talking about it. I'm trying to gas up this platform, and I didn't even say it. You got my back. Appreciate it.
I got you. I got you, man. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Thanks again. I really do appreciate it. It was a blast. I'll have to.
Oh yes,
we'll have to
100%.
set up
yeah.
something.
Help me.
so
Help
I
me.
can show
Help me
you
see
some
what I'm
stats
looking
shit,
at.
and we'll kind of go from there. Yeah.
All right. Sounds good, dude.
Hell yeah. we'll definitely get something going.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad the stream is doing well. Things are only going
I appreciate
up for
all
you.
your help, man.
I guarantee
Really am.
it.
Cool.
Yeah, anytime.
All right, see you,
Anything
man.
need, let me know.
Bye.
Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to this point, it means you either really enjoyed the video or you fell asleep and I'm waking you up now. Either way, thank you for all the support. I really do appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, come out with videos 7 days a week.